The following is a presentation of Radio Plus Video Sports.
Henschel from the Wildcat. Henschel now will get it in a head full of steam. There goes Henschel to the end zone. Touchdown right through the shoot mark.
Radio Plus Sports, a Wisconsin Broadcasters Association first place winner for best digital production in the state.
Delmacher rolling out to the left, flips the hips over the middle. He's got him! Brody Highland to the end zone! His second touchdown of the day!
In-depth interviews with coaches and players, sideline reports, in-depth analysis, and top-notch production.
With 6 seconds left on the clock, Gannon Schwartz, misdirection, goes out to the right. He's got a man in the end zone. Two-point conversion for the Vikings!
Radio Plus Sports, a Wisconsin Broadcasters Association multi-year first place winner for best play-by-play in the state.
In motion comes Neal. Play fake to Neal.
Got him.
Eli Mikulkevich down the field. Hauled in by the Cardinals.
Thanks to our Radio Plus Video Sports sponsors.
Edward Jones, Integrity Saw and Tool, Bauer Chiropractic, Bondi Family Dental,
Sargento Cheese, Len's Truck Center, Right Way Home Improvement, Taco Bell,
Addison Jones Real Estate, Holiday Automotive, Quest Interiors, Wisconsin Lighting Lab,
BCI Burke, Marion University, Fox Valley Savings Bank, Musa Sheet Metal,
Coal, Oil and Propane, Dufresne Moving and Storage, Marco Tax Service, Winnebago Lutheran Academy,
Bob's Pizza, AirTech, Silica for your home, The Wellness Way,
Fond du Lac Credit Union, Roush Insurance, Scotty's Auto Works, St. Mary Springs Academy,
Bristol Morgan Bank, New Medical Center, Verhaeg's Furniture Mart, Hopper's Silk Screen and Embroidery,
Smith Builders, National Exchange Bank and Trust, Brad Tagliapietra, American Family Insurance Agent, Everson Law Office,
Michaels Corporation, Aurora Healthcare, Vogel Family Dentistry, Anders Auto Parts, Schaefer Auto, Keller Buildings,
Surrower Family Dental.
Let's go live to the Radio Plus Sports broadcast booth.
Hey, good Friday evening to you from the campus of Winnebago Lutheran Academy here on Radio Plus Video Sports. Jordan King with you from the Radio Plus broadcast booth here at WLA, getting you set for the 16-1 Lomira Lions visiting the 9-8 Winnebago Lutheran Academy Vikings this evening, and you are watching on Radio Plus Video Sports. And appreciate you tuning in here this evening on RP Sports. Should be a good one. The first time these two teams got together, it was a good contest all the way up and down the line. 75-66 the final for Lomira. That was just the second game of the season for WLA, and Lomira early in their season as well. And looking back at the box score from that contest, 23 for Keegan Kell, 13 for Blake Stager, 17 for Jake Bresky for Lomira, and for Gannon Schwartz to lead WLA. He had 38 points of the 66 for the Vikings the first time these two teams met. And talking to Coach Kohler from Lomira just a couple of minutes ago, he just mentioned, got to do a better job on Gannon Schwartz here in episode number 2 of this double round robin conference contest coming up here tonight at WLA. And WLA has found it tough in the flyway over the last couple of games or so. They lost to Laconia. They had a loss on the road at Omro, a loss on the road at Campbellsport. All games that, if you look at the standings going into those games, WLA was higher in the standings and lost to all 3 of those games, and all 3 of them on the road as well. So WLA playing maybe a little bit better at home, but has dropped a few on the road, especially of late in the conference. And now they come up against a very good Lomira Lions team here this evening. JV game going on here. WLA with a slender lead, and we're just getting you set up here for the varsity game coming up in just a little bit. And looking forward to tonight's contest. Should be a good one. So don't go anywhere. This is the Integrity Saw and Tool pregame show. Appreciate the fine folks over at Integrity Saw and Tool, our longtime pregame show sponsors here on RP Video Sports. Let's take a timeout. We'll come back throughout the pregame show. We'll preview this matchup, meet both coaches, starting lineups, keys to the game, and more here on Radio Plus. Stay with us.
Here we go. All we need is an open Fond du Lac Equipment Rental and Repair is ready for your next project. So be sure to talk to Dave and his experienced staff. You know, from air compressors to chainsaws, excavators, lifts, tools, saws, and so much more. Now, do you have your snowblower tuned up and ready for the upcoming winter season? Fond du Lac Equipment Rental and Repair can do it. Check out their expanded rental lineup too. Mention the words Radio Rental to get a 10% discount on your next rental. You can find them on Ford Drive on the west side of Fond du Lac.
Fond du Lac Equipment Rental and Repair is a proud Echo and Cub Cadet dealer.
Love your home from the inside and out with new windows from Infinity from Marvin. Ultrex fiberglass is 8 times stronger than vinyl and virtually maintenance-free. Find out why more people are choosing fiberglass.
Here at the Wellness Way Fond du Lac, we disrupt the standard approach to healthcare. We understand that common is not normal, and unlike the restrictive healthcare mentality, we dig deeper to find answers to life-restricting health challenges. While focusing on overcoming interference in the body, we go beyond symptom-based care and address your unique physiology, allowing your mind and body to find its way to better health. You don't need to merely get through every day, but rather take control of your life and, more importantly, your health. The Wellness Way Fond du Lac. Do health differently.
Lakeside Wealth Management would like to welcome Jack Cole. Jack joined Lakeside Wealth Management in October of 2023 after previously working as an equity research analyst at Craig Holman Capital Group.
Hi, this is Jack Cole with Lakeside Wealth Management. Every client gets our undivided attention, from planning to execution to follow-up. We take a proactive approach to helping you develop a strategy to address your financial goals and objectives using the most efficient methods available. Learn more at lakesidewealthmanagement.net.
Securities and advisory services are offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC.
Dedication, training, giving 100%. Back in Action proudly supports high school athletes on and off the field. From physical and occupational therapy, pre- and post-orthopedic surgery, to work and sports injuries. The staff at Back in Action is trained and dedicated to you and your recovery. Your personal care plan starts with a visit to Back in Action in Fond du Lac, Kewaskum, Mayville, and New Holstein. Back in Action, getting you back in the game. BackinActionRehab.com.
Schroffnagel Implement of Lomira is a proud sponsor of the Lions in today's game. A family-owned and operated business since 1951. They're a full-service ag and lawn and garden center, too. Pickup and delivery are available. Schroffnagel Implement of Lomira. Check out their brand-new up-to-date website at schroffnagel.com. That's schroffnagel.com. Go Lions from your number one team at Schroffnagel Implement, Lomira.
Back here at WLA, what more could you want on a Friday night than some good quality high school sports? And in the Flyway Conference tonight, Campbell Sport travels to Laconia. Both of those teams, Laconia got Cash Farrell back a couple of weeks back, and since then they look like a completely different team. And quite frankly, they look like the second best team in the Flyway Conference as of late. And obviously Mayville's in that mix as well right now. WLA still in figures to be in that conversation down the stretch as well. Obviously, Lomira WLA here, and then Springs is at Omro tonight. Mayville and North Fond du Lac played back on Tuesday. Mayville winning that contest back on Tuesday. So that's a look around the Flyway Conference in terms of the conference contests going on in boys hoops here tonight. And good one coming up, as I mentioned in that first segment. But you know, for Lomira, Coach Kohler taking over this program this season and his first year of experience, and back the first time these two teams played, you thought to yourself, ton of experience, a ton of talent on this Lomira team led by Jake Bresky, but there were still question marks. How was Bresky just coming back from injury? Still maybe a little bit of inexperience in terms of the backcourt help, losing senior point guard Jackson Gable a season ago and some other key players. Sam Schroffnagel, a big factor on that team as well last year, but maybe a little inexperienced in the backcourt. And so some of these things were questions for Lomira, if you will, early on in the season. And it was always, this team could potentially be a team that figures in terms of the whole state kind of conversation. How is that going to be maybe the second half of the season when we come back around and see some of these flyway teams a second time. Well, after losing to Oostburg, and that is a very good Oostburg team that could find its way down to Madison in Division 3, Lomira's just ripped off 7 straight wins. And there's some quality wins in there as well. They beat Ellsworth over at the Lacrosse Center for the Midwest Players Classic. They got the big conference win against Mayville by 5. They beat a ranked Oakfield team, the 3-point win over the Cash Farrell-led Laconia Spartans, and then a 100-94 win earlier this week on Monday against a good Xavier team. So in those 7 games, they have not responded by just playing slouches. They've played some good teams, and they've played well of late, have the Lomira Lions, and it's a big test for WLA. We kind of, referenced it there in that first segment, but it's been a bumpy stretch for WLA. Going backwards for WLA, a loss by 13 to Beaver Dam here at WLA, a road win by 8 against Waupun, a road loss at Campbell Sport, a home loss to Luther Prep, a road loss to Laconia, and then you go back and there's that big win against Mayville, which happened here at WLA. So it's been up and down, it's been inconsistent, and all of that since Gannon Schwartz returned to the lineup for WLA. There was that 2-week, 3-week stretch where Schwartz wasn't in there. Maybe you expected some of that from WLA. He comes back, and some of the inconsistencies are still there. And Coach Denoyer, I know he's just probing and trying to figure out what is going to make his team tick and play a little bit more consistently, down the stretch here in the regular season. And so that starts tonight for WLA, trying to get a big home win, one that would certainly kind of right the ship in the eyes of a lot of people, and would certainly raise some eyebrows around the state of Wisconsin as well, as Lomira remains ranked inside the top 5 in Division 4. Let's take another timeout. This is the Integrity Saw and Tool pregame show. When we return, we'll talk to Coach Mason Denoyer from Winnebago Lutheran, the head man for the Vikings, next on Radio Plus.
Looking for a reliable roofing contractor? Witt Services has got you covered. With 5 years of experience, they specialize in everything from roof repairs to full replacements. Their team is dedicated to quality workmanship and customer satisfaction. Plus, they offer free estimates, so you know exactly what to expect. Whether it's a leaky roof or a complete overhaul, Witt Services is the go-to choice for all roofing needs. Don't wait. Reach out today.
Tired of pushy sales tactics? Welcome to Schaefer Auto, where they make buying a vehicle simple, safe, and satisfying. You'll find a sweet selection of pre-owned vehicles for every budget. Each is inspected and backed by a warranty option of your choice. Financing isn't a problem. Get approved online and drive home with confidence. Schaefer Auto has the right ride for you. Visit the lot at 404 Shaler Drive in Waupun and online at schaefer-auto.com. Schaefer Auto, no gimmicks, no pressure, no worries.
Okay, let's start with some clouds, some mountains over there, and finally a river. Hey, Dad, look.
Looks like the perfect spot.
American Family Insurance is here to protect your family on the road with a travel peace of mind package.
American Family Insurance.
Visit Brad Tagle Petra today in Fond du Lac or Ripon.
One of my favorite things about working at Hoppers is meeting all the new people, seeing all the new faces come in. We come out with a new product or a new way to do something and they come in. I find a lot of joy in just seeing them smile.
I think that all of our customers come in with a vision and they have an idea in their head of like what they want their apparel to look like. Our goal is to exceed the customer's expectations by providing them with high quality apparel and help bring their ideas to life.
This is Craig Larson, sales manager with locally owned Dufresne Moving and Storage. Moving is very important to me, and I take pride in making sure our clients are happy with their overall experience at a reasonable cost and done in a high quality manner. We have a crew that is dedicated on taking care of your stuff. Call me today for an estimate at 1-800-425-MOVE or visit us at DufresneMoving.com. Dufresne Moving and Storage of Fond du Lac. Making your move and storage of goods simple.
Kohler, building trust since 1960.
Back here in the Integrity Saw and Tool pregame show, Fondy Family Dental Coaches Smile interview here with Coach Mason Denoyer from Winnebago Lutheran. And Coach, you guys have run into, it was always going to be a tough part of the schedule, tough non-conference games. This conference is tough night in and night out. You guys found that out, a tough road game at Campbellsport with a Cougar team that can jump up and get people. And no mistake what's coming in here tonight at home against Lomira. Just, I guess, over the last couple of games, Just talk about what you're looking to see in terms of a response from your guys. Tough non-conference games, tough conference games. It's just one of those parts of the season, isn't it?
It's a gauntlet. I mean, we're in the dog days of January right now. But like what I'm looking for is we've had a tough last couple weeks stretch, but we've actually put some good games together, but we haven't been able to finish. So like, for example, Luther Prep, we were up at half. Beaver Dam, we were up at half. But in the second half, we didn't play to our capabilities. We didn't execute the way we know how we can, and that showed up on the win-loss column. So what I'm looking for is the effort's always been there, right? The kids are diving on the floor. They're doing the little things, those winning plays that we talk about, like diving on the floor for loose balls, taking charges, get some momentum plays that, get the crowd into it, get our players into it. And if we can get down to the final, can we just execute, make some free throws, and get out with a win? So,
conference would be a tough stretch here, right, to win it. But obviously, if you're going to do that, can't lose anymore. And the league leaders come here tonight. I would assume this is not a real tough one to motivate the guys for.
No, I didn't take much in the pregame scouting report meetings to get these guys ready to go here. I don't know if it's possible for anybody besides Lomira to win it anymore. I mean, if for us to win it, we need a ton of help. But I don't think that's in our cards. But our guys are motivated to play. Anytime you get the number one team in the conference, top 5 team in D4 coming to your home gym on a Friday night, it doesn't take a whole lot for a motivation to get these guys ready to go. I hope that these kids play with the passion that the crowd's going to show, because I know that there's going to be fans here that are going to be ready to go, and our kids, I think, are going to be ready to go. They've had a great 2 days of practice, executing the game plan well, and I'm just ready for them to showcase what they've been working on.
What does it take to stop Lomira? I mean, Bresky is what he is. It's a tremendous player in this conference, but they really make you guard a lot of the floor, or just about all the floor, don't they?
Yeah, what does it take to guard them, man? Jake Bresky going 2 for 12, and I'm just kidding, but it's no easy task. I mean, they got Jake inside, they got Stager on the outside, inside, they got shooters galore from off the bench, and they just step on off the bus and they can hit shots. So, I mean, it's going to take a focused team with a ton of effort and communication. We got to be able to find guys in transition. That's one thing that killed us the first time we played them is we know that Kel and Cole can shoot the ball, but if we let them off the hook and let nobody's within 5 feet of them, yeah, they're going to make those 9 times out of 10. So we got to make sure that we're attached. We're fighting through screens, and if we can't get through, we communicate it to our partner who's going to help pick us up if we can't get there.
Gannon had a monster night against these guys. I guess what are you looking for from the rest in terms of what it's going to take from the entire collective tonight to get a win?
It's going to take 1 through 12. Gannon's going to do his thing. He's a great, unselfish player, but we need some other guys to step up and hit shots. I thought Hudson did his job last time. I think he ended up with like 11 points and two threes, or 3 threes, but we need everybody. I know Sam Ferguson's hungry to showcase what he's doing, because I know he thought he didn't have the best game in the world last time, and I know Isaac Lamont's going to be ready to play, but if we can get 1 through 12 fully engaged, calling out their sets, talking to our defense, I think our kids will be ready to execute when they get the ball in their hands.
Thanks for the time, Coach. Good luck. Go get them.
Thank you very much.
There you go. That is Coach Mason Denoyer from Winnebago Lutheran, and yeah, his Vikings have come upon a tough stretch in their season. And by the way, just to clarify something there, he wasn't talking statistically speaking about the conference standings. Make no mistake about it, Lomira can still be caught. There's 6 games left on the conference schedule, including tonight, for the Lomira Lions, and they're 8-0 in the conference. Mayville on their heels at 7-2. Springs Laconia, WLA, they're technically still in it, and heck, even Campbellsport somehow is probably still mathematically alive, although it would be a pretty minuscule percentage if you were talking that far down in the standings. But some of these teams with 4 losses, I mean, technically are they still alive? Sure, but it would take a lot, as Coach Denoyer was saying, in terms of the in terms of getting back into the Flyway Conference race. So once again, just to reiterate that for you, the Flyway standings currently, Lomira on top 8-0, Mayville in second at 7-2, and then a 3-way log jam in third. Springs, Laconia, and WLA all 4-4 in the Flyway. Campbellsport and Omro are 3-5. North Fondy is 0-9 in the Flyway Conference. This JV game looks like it's going to end in regulation, which means we'll stay on schedule here, although there's a 3 from Hunter Schaumburg from Lomira. That'll put it within 2. So we'll see if this one finds its way into overtime and puts us a little bit behind schedule. But right now it looks like we're going to be set to go with about a 7:15 or so tip, which isn't too bad for a Friday night. And like I said before, what would you rather be doing other than watching quality high school hoops? All right, well, let's take a time out. This is the Integrity Saw and Tool pregame show. When we come back, we'll have the second half of the Fondy Family Dental Coach's Smile interview, and we will catch up with Coach Kohler from the Lions. That's next on Radio Plus.
For over 100 years, the name Kohl is synonymous with quality fuels, lubricants, and propane. That's because Kohl is the area's trusted source for farm, construction, and trucking companies, as they partner with these companies to help them achieve their unique goals. The team at Kohl Oil and Propane is dedicated to serving you. They pride themselves on a customer-first approach and work hard to make sure you're satisfied. You can rely on Kohl for prompt delivery, competitive prices, and quality service. Learn more at kohloilandpropane.com.
At our store, it's about the people, and it's about the experience you have from the minute you walk through our doors. It's about serving you and listening to what you came in for. It's having real conversations with people in our community, and it's giving back. It's being a one-stop shop for all your electronic, appliance, and home furniture needs. Since 1922, we've been sharing our knowledge and providing pieces that make your life just a little bit better. Silica for your home.
For over 120 years, Bristol Morgan Bank has served central Wisconsin communities. We're still here, not just as your financial partner, but as a community partner. Communities change over time. They grow, your business grows, your family priorities change. This is why, over the years, we've adapted to the needs of our customers, offering digital tools for convenience, scheduling in-person appointments where and when it works for you, designing products to impact your financial future, because that's what community banks do.
Camera Casino, do you copy?
Yep, loud and clear.
I'm reporting a successful mission from our new location. This new technology is out of this world. Canon, Nikon, Sony, the best images yet. Look at all these new tripods and bags. The best selection south of the sun.
Great. When can we expect the shipment?
In about a week, as long as I don't get stranded.
For stellar products and service, visit Camera Casino at our downtown Oshkosh location.
Back here, Fondy Family Dental Coach's Smile interview on the Integrity Saw and Tool pregame show. Here with Coach Kohler from Lomira. Coach, it's been a good season for you guys, obviously. What have you liked about specifically as you turn the page to the second half of the season here and try to close this thing out in terms of the Flyway Conference? You built a nice lead, nice win against Laconia at home. What do you look for from your team as maybe the next step in the progress?
I think just trying to find a way to get better every single day and each day in practice, no matter who the opponent is, right? Or maybe if we have a week off, or not a week off, but only one game in a week, just trying to find a way, taking no steps back. With a month left in the season, you can't go backwards at this point. You have to keep getting better no matter who you play. The last, including tonight's been a really tough stretch for us. I think 5 in a row against really good teams. So trying to close that out, going 5-0 would be fun.
WLA has played a tough schedule here of late, that kind of a rocky patch in the season, but up until maybe Mayville, Laconia, they'd played just as tough as anyone in the conference. What makes them so tricky? Maybe, obviously the easy answer is Gannon Schwartz, but this is a team that can knock down shots, get after it on the boards, can't they?
Yeah, I think they're really physical. Looking at the film, they're probably one of the most physical teams that we've seen all year. Number one did a really nice job on Jake last time being physical with them, and I think we're going to have to match their energy at their home place. They played us really tough the first time around. Obviously, like I've told my guys, it's easy to get up for Lomira and play them tough when you got the record that we do. We're going to get everybody's best shot, and we expect that tonight from WLA.
Just looking at you guys, I mean, a lot of attention shown to Jake, rightfully so, but team that has shot the ball extremely well. How much of that comes from Jake's presence inside or Blake's ability inside, and then kicking out to the talented shooters that you guys do have?
Yeah, I mean, I think we got 9 guys who can really play and probably start on a lot of the teams in the conference, and that makes us a unique guard because, like, Cooper King the last 2 games has gone kind of nuts, and he's a guy we knew he could do that in practice, right? And we got other guys, Mason Shelvin, Maddox Spot, and Jackson Bloom with a great game. Like, we got a lot of different guys that can do it, so maybe when somebody's not playing as well, we can put somebody in, and maybe they think they can take a little break, or like, okay, they got a sub in, and then all of a sudden we hit them with that. It makes us tough to guard.
Last one for you. Just, how exciting has this been? You step into this job, and you knew you had a good group here, but in terms of the hunger that you've seen and the growth from game one till now, just how impressed have you been with this group?
Yeah, I think our offense has really taken a big jump forward in the last 4 games because we're really moving it. We're sharing the ball. We're being unselfish. If they take away Jake inside, we got guys outside. If they double, you know what I mean? If they don't take away Jake, we just keep throwing it in, right? Blake, if they don't take him away, he's just going to go to his left and finish. So I think our offense has really taken a jump forward. Now we just got to shore up the defensive end of it and then go into the playoffs with a new season mentality. And it doesn't matter once you get to the playoffs what your record is or what you've done because one game and it could be over.
Dialed back into this one Friday night. In high school, there's not much bigger than this. Expect a big crowd here tonight. If you can boil it down to 1 or 2 things, I know that's often difficult, but what are maybe the couple of keys that you guys got to have here tonight to come away with a road win?
We got to match our physicality, and we got to stop Gannon. We didn't stop Gannon at all the first time around, so that was a big focal point in practice this week is we got to hold him, and we definitely don't want him to score close to 40 again. So
appreciate a few minutes, Coach. Good luck. Go get him tonight.
Thank you.
There you go. That is Coach Nick Kohler from Lomira. His Lions inside the top 5 in the state in Division 4, and both teams out to warm up here. WLA JV is able to sneak out a win, and both varsity crews getting set to hook it up here tonight here on Radio Plus. That was the Fondy Family Dental Coach's Smile interview. Fondy Family Dental, Dr. Chad and his team will have you smiling before, after, and yes, even during your appointment. Appreciate their sponsorship of local high school sports. And as we often do during our Fondy Family Dental Coach's Smile interview, we also loop in our Bauer Chiropractic Injury Report. Got Payne C. Shane, Dr. Shane Bauer, and the fine folks over at Bauer Chiropractic. And both of these teams are relatively healthy. Obviously for WLA, getting Gannon Schwartz back from that mid-season high ankle sprain, good news for them. And for Lomira, they've stayed relatively healthy this year. And obviously Jackson Bloom coming back from an injury a season ago, and he continues to ease himself back into the player that he knows he can be, and that Lomira knows that they have in him as well. All right, let's take another time out. This is the Integrity Saw into a pregame show. Coming up yet, we'll still have our starting lineup, some keys to tonight's contest, and then we'll get you set for tip here at WLA. Stay with us.
Are you or a loved one living with the discomfort and hopelessness of peripheral neuropathy? The tingling, the numbness, the life-altering pain? Are you tired of taking medications that only mask the symptoms or don't work at all? You don't have to live like that anymore. Introducing New Medical Center, your beacon of hope in the fight against peripheral neuropathy. Our team of dedicated specialists uses the latest advancement in medical technology to help you regain control of your life. Our personalized treatment plans are designed to reduce your pain, improve your balance, and restore your quality of life. life, all while targeting the cause of your neuropathy. Visit us on the web at newmedicalctr.com.
At Musa Sheet Metal, they spend generations building a better everyday life. They don't just build panels, they build a legacy. They're growing, innovating, and pushing the limits again with their brand new 24-gauge stocked steel line. Musa colors created by the Musa team, 25 bold choices ready to go, delivering the best solutions in architectural sheet metal. Say hi to the Musa apprentices. They're your neighbors, your classmates, and the future of the industry. Musa Sheet Metal, revolutionizing steel, building the future.
Anders Auto Parts, your locally owned bumper-to-bumper auto parts store serving the Fond du Lac area since 1956. Experienced and knowledgeable staff ready to serve you. Anders Auto Parts features PPG and Shopline auto paint, along with PPG Versalon commercial paint. Quality name brand auto parts. Anders Auto Parts, your bumper-to-bumper auto parts store at 16 West Sibley Street, just off North Main Street, behind American Family Insurance.
We at the Glamour Shop pride ourselves in having a fantastic team that offers unbeatable customer service at rates we can stand behind. Our motto has always been, let's talk about hair. We're a passionate, team-based salon where relationships with our clients are at the heart of everything we do. Our experienced stylists work with you to create the look you've always dreamed of. Whether it's a cut, color, or a fresh style, we invite you to experience the Glamour Shop difference. The Glamour Shop. Call for an appointment today.
Kirky Funeral Chapel and Crematory in Fond du Lac, a proud sponsor of local high school sports. Don and the team at Kirky Funeral Chapel and Crematory invite you to discover who has made Kirky Funeral Chapel and Crematory the ultimate provider of creating healing experiences in the community. To find out more about Kirky Funeral Chapel and Crematories, visit kirkyfuneralchapel.com.
Don Kirky and staff, Kirky Funeral Chapel.
Good luck to all area athletes from the entire staff at Kirky Funeral Chapel.
Integrity Saw and Tool is a proud sponsor of Fond du Lac area sports. They wish the best of luck to all local teams this fall and winter. Integrity prides itself on being the fastest producer of high-quality cutting tools and providing the most reliable sharpening service in the industry. If you're looking for a challenging career with excellent benefit and a family atmosphere, contact the team at integritysaw.com. That's integritysaw.com.
The Integrity Saw and Tool pregame show rolls on. There's the Lomira Lions getting set for tonight's contest against the home Winnebago Lutheran Academy Vikings coming up here tonight. Lomira remains unbeaten in the flyway, and going wire to wire unbeaten in this conference takes some doing. And I think more than anything, and the conference always has a ton of talent, but this conference always boasts excellent coaching as well. I mean, up and down the line, I think there are some extremely talented, knowledgeable coaches around this area, and a lot of them coach inside this flyweight conference. And that's part of what makes it a gauntlet, from start to finish. That's certainly the case. Our keys to the game are built by Pino Construction. Turn your vision into reality with Pino. Well, for Lomira, just continue to build on what they've been building. They had 100 points last time out. They just continue to build this offense and continue to be more efficient and find new guys and find different contributors. It's not just the Jake Bresky show. Keegan Kell has played tremendous this season. He's shooting unbelievably from the three-point line. Charlie Cole, if he could really, we haven't even seen his best this year, and Lomira only has one loss overall this season. If he starts to hit some shots, look out. This Lomira team could really make a run come March. For WLA, Coach DeNoyer talked about it. They got to find a way to stay in this game, making those winning plays. And how can they get their home crowd fired up? And by the way, right now as the stands kind of fill up, I would say it's 50-50 at best. In fact, Lomira may have a few more fans here than WLA does currently. So how do they get that home crowd fired up, get them behind them, and try to build some momentum here tonight? I think that's the key for WLA. Stay in this thing as long as they can. Did an excellent job of that the first time around. Can they do that again coming up here tonight? Sargento Cheese has our starting lineup. Sargento is looking for manufacturing superstars for general production, machine operators, ops quality specialists, and maintenance pros. General production starting at $26 an hour, plus shift premiums for second and third shifts. Sargento, your passion, our culture. And they bring our starting lineups to you each and every game. Let's start with the visiting Lomira Lions. Number 4 is a 5'10 junior. That's Charlie Cole. Cole averaging 7.8 points per game. Number 5 is Keegan Kell, the 6-foot junior guard. Kell so far this season, 11.2 points per game. Kell has been excellent from 3. He is shooting at 48% from deep this year, which is just eye-popping to be this far into the season shooting that well. That's Keegan Kell. Number 21 is 6'3 junior Blake Stager. Stager averaging 10.6 points per game. Stager also averaging about 5 rebounds per contest. Number 23, 5'10 senior point guard Hunter Dooley. One of the best ball handlers, one of the best on-ball defenders as well in the Flyway Conference. Averages 5 points and a handful of steals and assists. 4.3 assists per game to be exact. And then Jake Bresky, number 3, the 6'9 senior that they play around inside, and Bresky averaging 19 and 10 this season. Just shy of 10, but we'll round up and call it 10 for Jake Bresky over the course of this season. Those are the starters for the Lions. For WLA, number 1 is Caleb Wild. Wild stepping back onto the basketball floor, took last year off. He's back, 4.3 points and 6 rebounds per game. He is who Coach Kohler was talking about that gave Jake Bresky such a tough time in terms of a physicality aspect the last time out against the Vikings. Number 2 is Spencer Lair. Lair averaging 3.8 points and 4 rebounds per game. Also one of their better defenders. They missed him a couple of games ago and was a big absence. Number 11 is Hudson Henry, the 5'10 sophomore who really came on during the absence of Gannon Schwartz, and he's kind of continued that. He's averaging 10.5 points per game, a couple of assists, and nearly 2.5 steals per contest. Sam Ferguson, 6'3 senior forward, wears number 24. Ferguson averaging 9.3 points, 3.8 rebounds per contest. And then Gannon Schwartz, number 5, the 5'10 senior, reigning player of the year, 22 points, 3.4 assists, couple of steals per game. Gannon Schwartz, one of the best the Flyway has to offer. In fact, 2 of the best 4, I would say, are on display tonight. Jake Bresky, Gannon Schwartz, 2 of the very best that this conference has here to offer. Those are your Sargento Cheese starting lineups. Let's take another timeout. When we come back, we will be ready for our Right Way Home Improvement opening tip-off. They're going to have the national anthem and starters here in the arena, and we'll return right after that and get you going here tonight on Radio Plus. Looking forward to this one. It's the Lions and it's the Vikings. It's next.
A life in motion is a life well lived. At every age and every stage, we help you do more of the things you love. To keep you moving, to keep you achieving, to keep you striving. At Aurora Healthcare, we make care easier and more accessible than ever.
Lakeside Wealth Management would like to welcome Bennett Bresky. Bennett joined the team in May of 2023, following his graduation from St. Norbert College, where he graduated cum laude, earning his degree in business finance.
Hi, this is Bennett Bresky with Lakeside Wealth Management. No one strategy fits everyone, which is why every client gets our undivided attention. From planning to execution to follow-up, we take a proactive approach to helping you develop a strategy to address your financial goals and objectives using the most efficient methods available. Learn more at lakesidewealthmanagement.net.
Securities and advisory services are offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC.
Your dream space starts with quartz countertops from Quest Interiors. Whether it's your kitchen, bathroom, mudroom, or even a closet island, we custom fabricate one-of-a-kind surfaces that elevate every room. And the best part? We install many in as little as 1 week, quickly turning your vision into reality. Visit our showrooms in Oshkosh and Fond du Lac. Quest Interiors, exceptional style, exceptional savings.
Walk right in. That's the laid-back feeling you have when you work with the Roush Insurance Agency in Fond du Lac. Their agents are dedicated to putting your mind at ease when you make your insurance decisions. They live, work, and play here, and will make sure that they are there at the time of need for their clients and families. Visit RoushINS.com for more information or walk right in. 770 South Main Street in Fond du Lac. The Roush Insurance Agency, your hometown insurance team for over 30 years.
Gas prices, home expenses, education. Will those costs always go up? Probably. At Winnebago Lutheran Academy, we can help you with one of them. We are a part of the Wisconsin Parental Choice Program, a program which enables qualifying families to receive a quality Christian education at no cost. That's right, zero tuition if you qualify. To learn more, visit WLAVikings.org.
Living it for 4 years, loving it forever.
Thank you for your continued support over the past 50 years. At Verhaeg's Furniture, we're honored to be voted by you to be one of the best mattress stores in the Fond du Lac area for 2024.
Our mission is to bring the finest in style, comfort, and quality to the Waupun area.
We've teamed up with amazing brands like Ashley, Lazy Boy, Bestcraft, Marshfield, Best Home Furnishings, Mega Motion to offer you the best selection around.
Free delivery to Waupun and the surrounding area. See store for details.
Make your home a place you truly love with Verhaeg's Furniture Mart.
We're back here at Winnebago Lutheran Academy, announcing the starting lineups here in the arena. Let's remind you, for the Lions, 4 Cole, 5 Kell, 21 Stagger, 23 Dooley, 33 Bresky. For WLA, 1 Wild, 2 Lair, 5 Schwartz, 11 Henry, 24 Ferguson. Those are the starters. We talked with both coaches, and we are ready to play some basketball here on this Friday night in the Flyway Conference. And that is presented to you by Right Way Home Improvement. The opening tip-off. From doors and gutters to roofs and siding, Right Way Home Improvement has you covered. Contact Right Way today for your free estimate. Call 920-929-8999. That's 920-929-8999. Or visit rightwaybuilt.com. It's going to close out our Integrity Saw and Tool pregame show. And they'll tap it up. Lomira, as they often do, wins the tap. With Jake Bresky. Far side, they'll initiate with Blake Steger. Straight down to Bresky on the opening possession. Kick down to Dooley. Good ball movement, as it usually is. And it's easy to space the floor when you have Jake Bresky. That's a 3. Comes up short from Bresky. Thought his toe was on the line. Didn't matter. Rebound skied for by Gannon Schwartz. And here comes Schwartz the other way. And they'll initiate with Hudson Henry, the sophomore. Far side with Spencer Lair. And they're trying to get Hudson Henry free, working on Charlie Cole. Couple of screens, Cole fought through both. Here is Henry, as they're going to face guard Gannon Schwartz with Hunter Dooley is the Lions. Here's Sam Ferguson, couple of jab steps, gets it to Schwartz. Here's Gannon, tries the right side, snaps a pass over to Spencer Lair, who corrals it in the corner in front of a clapping Lomira Lion bench. Here's Hudson Henry back in the corner, guarded by Stager. Cutting around, peeling around a screen is Lair. Back out to Hudson Henry. He's got to have a big night. You got to feel tonight. Misses that one. Rebound down with Keegan Kell, and here come the Lions. They'll push it. They're fine in the half court, but they'll push it when they can. Here goes Blake Stager. Nice move to the rack. He gets fouled, and he'll head to the free throw line. Nearly a three-point play opportunity. High school sports today on RadioPlusInfo.com, presented by these 5 Fond du Lac area Edward Jones financial advisors: Matt Moses, Matt Helmer, Jeff Wills, Robert Bruce, and Patrick Ellistead. Edward Jones, making sense of investing. First free throw for Stager, up and good, and Lomira will take an early lead on the Quest Interiors scoreboard. Just a minute and change into this one. Second free throw for the left-handed Stager. Clanks off the back iron and down. So he's got an early 2 and a foul in the backcourt. 75 feet away from the hoop on Hunter Dooley. And we'll see if that changes how they're going to guard Gannon Schwartz. It certainly is changing how they're going to press. They're not going to pressure anything in the backcourt, at least for now. And it looks like a 2-3 zone. We'll see if that ends up being the case. Here's Hudson Henry. Almost said Hunter Dooley. He's guarding Gannon Schwartz. Back to the face guarding there for Dooley. Here is Schwartz in the corner. Dooley able to crowd him out. Ball back to Spencer Lair. Lair drives top of the key and hands off to Ferguson. Goes off his hand. It was tapped by, no, it was not touched by Blake Stager. I thought for sure that was deflected by Blake Stager. Referee missed it, and it'll be Lomira Lion basketball. Referee pretty certain about that, but that was a miss there. But Coach DeNoyer, too early to care that much about that one. 2-0, and Lomira has the basketball yet again. Here goes Hunter Dooley, and he's tied up. Nice hands there from Caleb Wild, and it will go back over to the Vikings. Now you can see it here if you're watching the action down underneath, the physicality that Caleb Wild has brought against Jake Bresky, and Bresky's going to be called for a foul here out on the perimeter as he hip checks Gannon Schwartz. Coach Kohler didn't like the whistle there, and it's number 2 on the Lions. 1 on Dooley, 1 on Jake Bresky. Here is Hudson Henry. Jab step working on Charlie Cole. It's been a very good defensive start here for Lomira. That's something Coach Kohler talked about in the pregame. He wants to see improved upon. Here's Hudson Henry from the corner. Book it for Hudson Henry. And WLA has their first lead of the ball game. Henry had a explosive couple of games, as did Isaac Lamont, who's going to start on the bench tonight. Here's an air ball from Blake Stager, and the Vikings going to run with it. We'll get back to that point in just a second. Nice pass from Schwartz. He finds Ferguson, who's got his first bucket of the ball game, and it's 5-2 on the Quest Interior scoreboard. Isaac Lamont and Hudson Henry really showed growth when Schwartz had to miss those couple of weeks with the high ankle sprain. And now that Schwartz is back, maybe doesn't feel as much pressure, perhaps. Here's a 3, and Keegan Kell, as he so often does, knocks it down and ties this thing up at 5. Kell shoots it near 50% from the 3. And you just don't see that this late into the season. One of the premier shooters. So 5-5 on the Quest Interiors scoreboard. Under 15 minutes to play in this first half. Sam Ferguson tries a hook shot. Nice job to crowd him out there from Blake Stager defensively, and Stager collects the rebound. Crosses over, curls, middle of the paint, scoops up with the left hand, missed it. Rebound tipped out by Jake Bresky, and it'll stay with the Lions. Last touch by Caleb Wild, trying to contend with Bresky. And now a big assignment here for Sam Ferguson as Wild goes to the bench to bring on Isaac Lamont. And Ferguson's going to be tasked with trying to be physical with Jake Bresky now. They get it right into Bresky. Bresky spins once, spins twice, up with it. Count the basket and the foul. Bresky will go to the free throw line. Coach DeNoyer can't believe that wasn't on the floor. There is an element of continuation that's been added to the WIAA. Whether you like that or not is obviously a polarizing rule that got put in, that they're going to continue to bring continuation lower and lower in the grade levels, but that's the rule, and properly officiated there gives Bresky a three-point play. So Lomira briefly went down after the Hudson Henry 3 and the Sam Ferguson bucket, but they've restored it back out to a three-point lead. Here is Hudson Henry. Gets to the mid-range. Snaps a pass over to Ike Lamont, who gets it back from Ferguson. Lamont's going to drive baseline. Backdoor cut from Gannon Schwartz, who gets it at the top of the key, and he's fouled by Hunter Dooley. And Dooley's going to have to go take a seat. Here comes Hunter Schaumburg, as well as Jackson Bloom for the Lions, as they got to protect Hunter Dooley. They're also going to sub out Charlie Cole. So a tough whistle here early on Hunter Dooley. He's got a pair of fouls. Here's Isaac Lamont for the Vikings. Crosses over against Stager. Jump stops in the short corner. Now shovels to Ferguson. Back out to Lamont. Quick trigger from the corner. Got it! And Isaac Lamont, who's had a very nice season for the Vikings, hits an early three here. If he has a big night, that makes WLA, it just changes the dynamic for the Vikings. Here's Schaumburg, near side with Bloom. Bloom, man, when they played Marshall, that should have been a travel. It was missed, but Bloom did a nice job to at least make it appear that he kept the pivot foot down. If Bloom would have been available last year for that Marshall game, I'm not so sure that doesn't end up being a different contest in the playoffs. Nice take from Blake Stager. Finishes through the contact this time with the off right hand. And one. And he'll go to the free throw line. And Coach Senoyer stuck on that travel that was missed on Jackson Bloom. 13:25 to go first half. Free throw for Stager. Clanks off, no good. But Blake Stager, man, he is fun to watch. Just battles. I'm not sure there's anyone you're going to watch play basketball, or any sport for that matter, that plays it harder than you watch Blake Stager play basketball. He is just a treat to watch. Here's a backdoor cut from Sam Ferguson, but an errant pass from Spencer Lair. So another turnover for WLA, and you got to feel like they have to play clean basketball to stay with the top team in the flyweight tonight. That has not necessarily been the case here early. 2-point lead for the Lions, working here on offense. Getting Bresky a deep catch and a nice touch from Bresky to go over that right shoulder. And he's got 5 early ones, and the lead for Lomira is up to a game-high 4 points. Here's Schwartz, hasn't scored yet. They've done a really nice job, have the Lions, guarding Gannon Schwartz, and it's Hunter Schaumburg, the freshman right now, being tasked with that. Reminder, 38 was the number for Gannon Schwartz the first time these two teams met. Here is Schwartz. Tries the left-hand drive, snaps a pass, nice help from Keegan Kell, but it ended up with Spencer Lair. He missed it. Rebound tipped out to Stager. Stager straight down to Bresky, who had it knocked away by Hudson Henry. Hudson Henry is 5'10". Jake Bresky is 6'9". And somehow Hudson Henry, despite the foot difference, found a way to impact that just enough, but it stays with Lomira in the 4-point lead. Keegan Kell guarded by Gannon Schwartz. Kell hands off to Stager. Mishandled it, but keeps control for the Lions. Schaumburg, Bloom. Bloom drives baseline on Lamont. Kicks it back out. Schaumburg hands off to Stager. We've seen a lot of Blake Stager here early. He has it poked away. There's Hudson Henry. Henry crosses over. And a nice job in transition defensively by Keegan Kell. Here goes Ike Lamont. He has it poked away, and Kell's got a steal. Kell has Bloom up ahead. Instead, he opts to bounce it here to Blake Stager. Back to Keegan Kell. Kell drives to the middle of the paint. He's tied up there. No foul on Gannon Schwartz. And that'll go on an underneath inbounds here as Schwartz whistled for the foul. And a very emotional couple of coaching staffs we've seen here early, and players indeed as well. Tough one to officiate, that's for sure. If you got both sets ragging on you, that means you're probably doing a pretty good job. Either that or a terrible job. I would say these guys are doing a pretty good job here early on. Here's Bloom in the middle of the paint. He's fearless, is Jackson Bloom. Here goes Bresky. Bresky throws up the hook shot, can't get it to go. Bloom nearly comes down with it, but it's Caleb Wild's basketball after he collects the loose ball. Here's Hudson Henry, crosses over, middle of the paint, hands off. This is Ty Ferris off the bench for the Vikings. Ferris came in for his first action at the last whistle. Here's a three for Hudson Henry. Knocked it down. Second of the night for Hudson Henry to make it a 1-point contest. And I think Coach DeNoyer wanted a timeout that time. But it was loud after Henry hit that three ball. Back into Bresky. Bresky goes to work. And once again, Caleb Wild doing a nice job for the Vikings. Here's Gannon Schwartz, still yet to score. Hard to believe. Schwartz goes up with the floater, missed it. Rebound down with Wild, shovels it to Gannon Schwartz, who finishes. And now a timeout for Coach DeNoyer. 30 seconds. Let's take it with him. Just like that, WLA has a 13-12 lead. Back after this on Radio Plus.
A personal experience with a custom feel. Each home Smith Builders builds is unique. The design and selections perfectly crafted for you. To learn more, visit smithbuildersinc.com or stop by 227 Morris Court. Smith Builders of Fond du Lac. Traditional values, exceptional services. A proud sponsor of local high school sports.
13-12 on the Quest Interiors scoreboard. WLA has the lead. Thanks to the Sarower family and Sarower Family Dental for being part of our high school sports coverage this year. Dr. Todd Sarower is proud to announce the addition of his son, Dr. Brady Sarower, to their new office on South Main Street. Come visit them and see how the Sarower family is making you smile generation after generation. Visit SarowerDental.com today. So WLA goes on a nice little run there, trailed by 4. And now lead it by 1 after the Henry 3. And then Gannon Schwartz's first bucket. Here is Caleb Wild trying to guard Bresky, and that time Bresky used Wild's aggressiveness against him to go on that opposite shoulder and finish at the rack. So Bresky's up to 7 points, half of Lomira's team total. Coming from the big man. Here's Ty Ferris. Nice dish underneath Caleb Wild, can't get it to go. Contested there by Blake Steger. Rebound down with Kell, and he'll initiate over to Jackson Bloom. Bounce pass here to Cooper King. King has really had a couple of games here to write home about. Nice cut from Blake Steger. That's what I mean. Blake Steger never stops moving. If you watch him off the ball, he never stops moving. 3-point lead after back-to-back buckets for the Lions. Here's Ty Ferris down to Ike Lamont. Lamont gets to the short corner. Ends up with Ferris up top of the key. Lamont off of a screen. Back to the corner again. And it ends up with Gannon Schwartz. Schwartz driving on Bloom. Goes up, and that certainly looked like a goaltend. No whistle. Schwartz has it in the corner after another offensive rebound was earned by Caleb Wild. Jackson Bloom got up there, and I thought he touched the rim. Here's Cooper King. Got the 3! King off the bench stays hot. My goodness, as he had a stretch of basketball here. Cooper King. Nice pass from Schwartz. Fires it down underneath. Wild can't get it to go. Couple of opportunities that have gone a begging for the Vikings at the rim over the last couple of minutes. Here goes Steger. Gets it to the mid-post. Kicks out top of the key. Bresky. Back to Steger. Steger's working on the smaller Ty Ferris. Now drives to the right side. Shovels it out. There's Keegan Kell again. He's open. He's got another. Keegan Kell's second 3 of the night, and just like that, a 1-point deficit turns into a 9-point lead. A 10-0 run for Lomira. 4 straight trips with baskets for the Lions. Here's Ferris. We're going to see the 2 starters that aren't in check in for the Vikings at the next substitution opportunity. Here goes Steger, and he runs his way to the basket, and a timeout for WLA. It's a full one. It's a 12-0 run. Let's take it with them. Back after this on Radio Plus.
FBS Bank is here to help you achieve your dream of home ownership. For a limited time, we're offering home loans with just $595 closing costs plus title. Whether you're buying a new home or wanting to refinance, our experienced team is here to assist you. Visit our website at fbsbank.com or give us a call at 1-800-242-7880. Our friendly and experienced team will help guide you through the journey with FBS Bank. FBS Bank, banking made personal.
Rediscover the hometown lumberyard experience in your own backyard. Hi, this is Dave, third generation of the family-owned and operated Lidke Lumber True Value in downtown Lomira. I welcome you to experience what the hometown lumberyard has to offer. Better products, better advice, better service. From one O-ring to all the building materials to build a house, we had the products to get the job done. Hardware, plumbing, electrical, paint, lawn and garden, automotive, bird, and so much more. Come experience what your hometown lumberyard has to offer. Lidke Lumber True Value in downtown Lomira, where the tracks cross Main, or online at lidkelumber.com.
So what's the message in the huddle there from Coach DeNoyer? Man, WLA hit some threes here. They hit 3 threes early, built a 13-12 lead. Ever since then, it has been 12 straight for Lomira. 24-13 on the Quest Interiors scoreboard. This portion of the game brought to you by Wisconsin Lighting Lab. Appreciate the fine folks over at Wilbrand's. By the way, all of this happening with Hunter Dooley, their best defender, on the bench. And now Jake Bresky is going to take a seat as well as they sub in Maddox Bodden. Bodden, a terrific-looking sophomore, especially early in the season. Maybe cooled off a little bit, but he had a really nice start to the year. Ike Lamont traveled, and it goes back over to Lomira. It was a haymaker there. 3 from Cooper King, 3 from Keegan Kell, bucket from Blake Stagger. Jake Bresky got in on the action as well. We'll get you some scoring leaders as we go through this first half. There's a foul on the drive, whistled on Hudson Henry. Another ticky-tack one. It's been a touch inconsistent, and I think that's what the coaches are maybe trying to feel out. Some of those bumps have been whistled, and some they're going to let go. I always appreciate just letting it go in the first half. Let those bumps on the drive. Here's a steal. Speaking of a bump, Charlie Cole took one there, lost the handle. Maybe even had his arm hit perhaps there as well in the front court. Here's Ike Lamont working on Cole now. Looks for a backdoor cutting Hudson Henry. Back out to Lamont. No Gannon Schwartz on the floor right now for WLA, and sometimes the ball gets a little stuck and maybe purposeless passing is what it looks like. Here is Henry in the corner. He's open for 3, a little bit short. Rebound taken down by Wild again. Caleb Wild has been a monster on the glass so far tonight, and he earns another possession here. Here's Henry. Kicks it out to Ferguson. Sam Ferguson, top of the key 3, knocked it down. That's a big shot for WLA. Stops a 10-0 run, or excuse me, a 12-0 run, and gets WLA back within 8 on the Quest Interior scoreboard. Cooper King down the paint, up, finish, no, has it blocked away by Ferguson. And here comes Jake Bresky, a quick rest for Bresky. He got the full timeout and then about a minute of game action on the bench. And so smart management there from Coach Kohler. And I think one of the factors in that Oostburg game that certainly got away from Lomira in the late stages of the first half, Bresky played the first 15, 16 minutes of that first half, and I just wonder if there's a learning lesson there for Coach Kohler for that to happen early enough in the season. Here's Keegan Kell open for another. He's 3 for 3, and he turns around and flashes the 3 fingers to the WLA student section who were getting in his ear in that corner, and he shut him up with the triple. Here's Cooper Schwalbe into the game for WLA. Skip pass over to Hudson Henry, and he responds with a triple of his own. So 3 threes for Keegan Kell, 3 for Hudson Henry. Those two go back and forth, and it's back to an 8-point game. By the way, there was nothing taunting about Keegan Kell, what he did. That's just kids having fun out there. Bresky makes it at the rim again. That was too easy of a catch that time, and Caleb Wild has played a whale of a first half, but she's a lot of energy that's being expended down on that end of the floor, and then what he's done on the offensive glass as well. Big ask for him. Here's a 3. Missed short from Spencer Lair, and guess who on the offensive glass? It's Wild again. Ike Lamont, corner 3, he hit it. And so Lamont and Henry have combined for 5 triples here in this first half, and that's part of the reason WLA is still in this thing. 15 points from 3, just 7 coming from, it's even worse than that. 18 of the 22 coming from 3. Ferguson just hit one. Here's Maddox Bodden with a nice step through and a finish inside the paint. Under 5 minutes to play in this first half. Gannon Schwartz going to go check back in for WLA. Here is Hudson Henry. Hands off to Ike Lamont. You could do worse than a two-man game with those two with their shooting abilities, that's for sure. Lamont's going to get a screen, or excuse me, Henry's going to get a screen from Schwalbe. Here is Ike Lamont working on Cooper King. Here's now Spencer Lair. And again, not the best quality shot, but Ike Lamont can hit those using the top of the key screen. And WLA just chipping back in with their ability with the long ball. Now have hit 7 threes in this first half. And Bresky's got it back down underneath, working on Wild again. Missed that one. Wild once again impacting the shot. Man, Wild has not scored yet, but he has had a monster first half. And Lamont turns it over on the mishandle. So under 4 minutes to play. This portion of the broadcast brought to you by Michaels Corporation. And we're also going to see the introduction for the first time of Evan Gensler for WLA. Blake Steger comes back for Lomira. Jackson Bloom out there along with Charlie Cole and Keegan Kell. Starters minus Dooley plus Jackson Bloom. Here's Kell. This is a tough one. Fadeaway, that one he missed. That's his first miss of the night. He's 3 for 4 from deep. And that one a little bit out of rhythm, a little bit fading away. Other ones were catch and shoot opportunities. Here's Lamont. He's going to stay hot. Yes, he will. 4 threes for Ike Lamont. He's got a dozen. He's fired up. WLA is fired up. It's back to a 3-point contest. Well, WLA has showed up with the net on fire here tonight. 3 minutes to go in the first half. 3-point Lomira lead, 31-28 on the Quest Interior scoreboard. Steger gets into the paint, pivots through, and finishes. And who else but Blake Steger? He's got 10 points. He's the first Lion to get to double figures. Both Bresky and Kell have 9, and Gannon Schwartz that time blocked by Jackson Bloom. And it's going to be a 30-second timeout defensively for Coach Kohler of Lomira. Let's take the 30 with him. It's a 5-point lead. Back after this on Radio Plus. High school sports today on RadioPlusInfo.com is presented by these 5 Fond du Lac area Edward Jones financial advisors: Matt Moses, Matt Hilmer, Jeff Wills, Robert Bruce, and Patrick Ellisted. Edward Jones, making sense of investing. 33-28 on the Quest Interiors scoreboard. 2:53 to go in the ball game, in the first half here tonight between the Vikings and the Lions. And the story so far is WLA's shooting ability. They've hit 8 first-half threes. Lomira's made 4 of them to somewhat, keep with WLA's shooting, but that's what's kept WLA in the ballgame. Not much doing inside. Cooper Schwalbe, shot fake, gets to the mid-post. Now has to kick it out to Ike Lamont, who, if nothing else, that timeout maybe cooled him down. They're also going to switch Blake Steger on him. Nice backdoor cut, Cooper Schwalbe at the rim, and WLA misses another. That's about the 4th or 5th WLA has had right at the rim that they haven't gotten to go. Here's Blake Steger, hands off Charlie Cole. Cole curls around the paint, and he's fouled by Ike Lamont. And they're going to say it's a shooting foul as well, which is an interesting one. Certainly looked like Lamont got a hand on the arm of Cole. Looked like it was right after he curled around. But now they are going to say it was on the floor. That's the right call to correct that one. Good job by this crew to get together and fix that. 6th team foul nonetheless on WLA, and it's been a physical game. Lomira's next WLA's next foul will have Lomira in the bonus. WLA going to send a double. And Bresky had a nice shovel pass for Stager, and Stager just didn't see it coming. Hard to see through all those bodies. Lamont into the front court. Gets to the corner. Goes past Bodden. Up with the floater. Missed it short. Rebound to Maddox Bodden. He's into the front court like a flash. All the way to the hoop. He had Charlie Cole in the corner. Cole was calling for it. And Caleb Wild saves it, but straight into the arms of Coach Mason DeNoyer. So $1:39 to go in the first half. And Bodden will trigger in for Lomira. Cole in the corner. Looks underneath to Bresky. Bresky catches out about 10 feet. Nice no-look pass, and once again, off the hands of Blake Stager. He's looking down at his hands like, what's going on here? And uncharacteristic, as Stager has been so good over the course of the entire season, and perhaps you're allowed a couple of plays off, right? Coach Kohler won't agree with that comment. Here is a spinning Blake Stager once again. Nice find to Bodden in the corner. Missed it. Rebound down with Caleb Wild. And Schwartz into the front court. Quiet half for Gannon Schwartz. He gets into the middle of the paint, and he's fouled there. Late whistle. And Gannon Schwartz, who has hit the deck a lot tonight. Now he is, as Cash Farrell is, as several players in the flyway are, have put a lot of pressure on the officials in terms of the way that they go to the hoop. Very aggressively. That's the first free throw attempt for WLA. Only 4 for Lomira so far tonight as well, so not a huge discrepancy there. But Schwartz felt he got bumped on a couple earlier and finally got the whistle here. He goes 1 for 2 from the line, does not miss many from the free throw line over the course of his 4-year career as Gannon Schwartz. He's the program's all-time leader in scoring and has a chance to put that thing relatively out of reach. When Ethan Cole broke it some years ago for WLA, class of, I think it was 21 maybe, 22, I thought, man, I don't think that's going to be broken for some time. Conversation here. We'll give the ball to WLA. Certainly looked like it was deflected by the Vikings, but conversation gave it to the Vikings. But yeah, when Ethan Cole had that monster senior year, I thought, man, I don't know if anyone's going to touch this. And here comes Gannon Schwartz. Now he's going to obliterate it. Spencer Lair drives right side. Double clutches, missed it. Rebound down to Bresky. And Stager into the front court. And I think Lomira is going to try to take one shot, perhaps. No, Stager's going to go down the lane, get fouled, and he'll go to the free throw line for bonus. Another one of those 50-50 kind of ticky-tack ones that have gone both ways tonight. And Blake Stager is going to go to the charity stripe with an opportunity to extend a 4-point lead right before halftime. Interesting here, Hunter Dooley is going to come back in with a pair of fouls. So Coach Kohler trusting his senior guard. Free throw missed by Stager. That's his second miss. He's 2 for 4 from the line. And WLA is going to get the final shot of this first half. Dooley's got to be careful not to pick up number 3, or he's going to have to start the second half on the bench. Schwartz gives it up. We'll see if he gets the ball back. Dooley with the face guard. Here's Hudson Henry instead. 6 seconds left in the first half. Kicks it over to Spencer Lair. Lair curls around right side. He meets Bresky. Snaps a pass over. Near side. 3 on the way. Looks good. It is good. Hudson Henry hits number 4 of the first half. 4 threes for Henry. 4 threes for Ike Lamont. 9 team threes for WLA. And it is a 1-point halftime lead for the Lions. My goodness. Couple of times it looked like WLA was up against the ropes and teetering, and somehow they hit the shots to get back into this thing. 33-32. Let's take a timeout. Come back with our Holiday Automotive halftime show. That's next on Radio Plus.
Scotty's Auto Works for affordable auto care, from tires and alignments to routine auto maintenance. Trust the guys at Scotty's Auto Works, next to Pump and Pantry, Fond du Lac.
When you hire the attorneys with the Everson Law Office, you're getting more than professional presentation. The attorneys at Everson Law Office are committed to excellence and have been successfully representing their clients since 2005. Practicing business law, estate planning, probate, guardianships, and real estate, they work closely with their clients, providing exceptional legal services that are catered specifically to their needs. Call attorney William Everson at 920-922-7113 or go to everson-law.com. Got pain? See Shane. Dr. Shane Bauer at Bauer Chiropractic. Dr. Bauer can help relieve pain in arthritic knees, reduce and relieve pain from degenerative and herniated lumbar discs in your back. Dr. Bauer's laser treatment relieves pain and inflammation. Works like cortisone without the side effects. Dr. Bauer also offers custom orthotics for proper back posture. Since 1998, this area has trusted the team at Bauer Chiropractic. So if you've got pain, see Shane at Bauer Chiropractic.
For over a century, Municipal Well and Pump has helped communities and industries keep water running with expert well drilling, pump installation, and dependable maintenance. Our experienced team is committed to quality workmanship and getting the job done right the first time. When reliable water matters most, trust the name built on honesty, integrity, and experience. Municipal Well and Pump, delivering water you can depend on.
It's more than just a job. It truly is a family. They value you, great pay, great benefits. They definitely care about setting people up for success in their retirement years. I don't see a reason to want to leave.
Hi, I'm Aaron Sadoff. Blessed be the president of Marian University right here in Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. If you are beginning your college adventure or looking to transfer, Marian University could be the perfect fit for you. Our beautiful campus, our amazing faculty and staff, our Division III athletics, and our amazing mission are waiting for you. Come visit Marian University. Not only will you get a great education, but we will help you become the best for the world. Good luck and go Sabres!
For nearly 50 years, Pinot Buildings has created the highest quality post-frame buildings. Headquartered in Rosendale, Wisconsin, we proudly serve the Badger State and Illinois. We deliver unparalleled craftsmanship and quality with all the warmth and care you'd expect from a small-town family business. Whether you're planning a large commercial or agricultural project, a barn-dominium, or a smaller personal shop or structure, Pinot Buildings are built for you and designed to last. Connect with us to get started.
Life is full of milestones, big and small. At Fond du Lac Credit Union, we're proud to be a part of your journey. From landing your first job, to moving into your dream home, starting a family, or planning for what's next, we make the money part easy so you can focus on what matters most. Whatever stage you're in, we're right there with you. Fond du Lac Credit Union, here for life and every stage along the way. For more information, visit fdlcu.com or stop in today.
All right, we're back here at Winnebago Lutheran Academy. Halftime score 33-32 on the Quest Interiors scoreboard. Lomira clings to a 1-point lead over Winnebago Lutheran. And if you're just joining us, the story in the first half, WLA being buoyed by the 3-point stripe. All but 5 of their points, 27 points coming from beyond the arc. 4 threes apiece for Ike Lamont and Hudson Henry. Both of them have 12 points. And then Sam Ferguson also hit a 3. He has 5 points for WLA. Gannon Schwartz only with 3. And, you know, perhaps this is the trade-off. You want to stop Gannon Schwartz, you got to, in some ways, crowd the lane. That's Gannon Schwartz's game. Likes to get in the paint, likes to, force contact, get to the free throw line. He finishes through contact extremely well, finishes with both hands. That's his game. He's a dribble drive menace. And that's been stopped by Lomira tonight, which is why Schwartz only has 3 points. But perhaps you give up a few more open looks from 3. Now, you don't expect the other team to knock down 9 of them. And I think Coach Kohler's message is going to be, if they knock down 9 more in the second half, we just got to tip our cap to them. And a couple of those were excellent shots off the dribble from Isaac Lamont. Hudson Henry got free as well. And, WLA's got the 3-ball working. Leaders for Lomira, Blake Stager has 10. He was tremendous in terms of kind of what Gannon Schwartz does so well, getting to the rack and finishing strong. He also shot a couple of free throws. He leads the Lions with 10 points. 9 apiece for Keegan Kell and Jake Bresky in that first half. 3 for Cooper King and 2 for Maddox Bodden. That's the scoring for Lomira. Of note, Hunter Dooley spent most of that first half on the bench, picked up 2 quick fouls trying to guard Gannon Schwartz. And we'll see if he can stay out of foul trouble coming up in half number 2. Elsewhere, I mentioned that Campbellsport is at Laconia, Springs is at Omro. We'll do our best to see if we can give you some scores from around the area when we can find some of those as well. Tonight on Radio Plus, Oakfield is at CWC currently. Springs hockey is playing against Fox Cities in the Badgerland tournament tonight. Fondy basketball is at Oshkosh North. Poinet at Waupun boys basketball, and Mayville is the only other flyway team that's on our network tonight. They're playing a non-conference game against Cedar Grove, Belgium, and they trail by 3 currently. So there you go. You can find those elsewhere, but we'd appreciate if you stuck here. We got a good one here between WLA and Lomira. We're back in 4 minutes with the second half here on Radio Plus. That's brought to you by Holiday Automotive. They sponsor our halftime highlights always. Holiday, it's worth the trip. Back with the second half after this.
Hey, Devontae.
Let me get a Cantina chicken burrito and a bowl with that seasoned, slow-roasted chicken I like, please.
You have a golf course in your house?
I got a Taco Bell in my house, bro.
Where did it go? Oh, there it is.
Cheaters don't get chicken.
Huh?
Cheaters get no chicken.
I won't give him any.
No matter what your age, there's nothing like bowling to get the arms and the legs moving. So get on over to Generation Lanes in El Dorado, where you can join one of their adult or kids' leagues. Mom and Dad, you know it's what your kids want this winter. Generation Lanes is the home of awesome homemade pizza, soups, and appetizers. Good prices, too. Well, they've got daily food specials, and be sure to try their Fish Fry Fridays. Thinking about your next event? Why not talk to Jeremy about catering? They open every day at 11, so we'll see you soon.
Dripping faucets and running toilets aren't just annoying, they're increasing your water bill. Clogged toilets and drains aren't just frustrating, they often indicate bigger problems. Pipe bursts aren't just messy, you need Maxwell Plumbing. These guys are affordable, and they know what they're doing. For plumbing projects and problems, it's Maxwell Plumbing, located in Lomira, serving Dodge, Fond du Lac, and Washington counties. Maxwell Plumbing and HTG.com.
This winter, make your home the coziest place in town with Surefire Heating and Air Conditioning. For 3 generations, the Surefire family has been serving Wisconsin homes, bringing warmth and comfort to your families just like yours. As the temperatures drop, trust the company that's been in the business of keeping homes warm for over 75 years. This is Tom Schwartz with Surefire. Call us today and ask about our rebates that can help you save big on your comfort this coming winter. Visit us at surefireinc.com.
Call us when you need a company you can trust.
You hear it all the time, but what does it mean? This is Danny and Heather at AirTech Heating, and for our company, it means we do right by our customers and provide them quality service for superior home comfort.
It means our prices are competitive and fair. It means that we stand behind our work. It means doing whatever it takes.
To whom you trust, your family's safety and comfort does matter. Call the team at AirTech Heating at 924-6742 when you need a company you can trust.
Katie's Log Cabin is a great place to stop for lunch or dinner. Grab one of the daily specials or check out the full menu. Katie's Log Cabin specials include Tuesday is pizza, Wednesday is wings, Thursday is a rotating special, Friday and Saturday is fish fry, Saturday is also prime rib, and Sunday is a broasted chicken dinner. Not in the mood for a special? Katie's has you covered with full menu options, appetizers, salads, wraps, pizzas, and sandwiches. Katie's Log Cabin Restaurant in Oakfield. Life is better at the cabin.
Safety is first and foremost on what we do every day.
Back here, getting you set for the second half of action between Lomira and WLA. 1 point Lomira lead. They'll have the basketball. This portion of the broadcast is brought to you by Aurora Healthcare. Who do you trust with your family's health? For aches and pains, physicals, and sports injuries, Fond du Lac families choose Aurora Healthcare and Dr. Marshall Rutherford. A family medicine specialist, Dr. Rutherford is your go-to for keeping your family healthy. Learn more at aurora.org/doctors. Early look for Blake Stager at the hoop, and he was a little off balance, couldn't get it to go. And here comes WLA with improbably a chance to lead with their first possession of the second half. If you'd have told me that with about 4 minutes remaining in the first half, I'd have told you you're nuts. And WLA just has shot the basketball at an unbelievable clip. Here's Spencer Lair down to the corner with Sam Ferguson. Was interested to see if Isaac Lamont would start the second half for WLA. He does not. Starts on the bench. And Gannon Schwartz here has it deflected by Keegan Kell. Now goes up with the floater. That one no good. Rebound tipped around and goes to Blake Stager. Stager into the front court. Snaps the pass over to Hunter Dooley. Down underneath. Nice job to seal by Bresky, and he's got his first basket of the second half. He's into double figures with 11. Great job by Bresky. Caleb Wild for WLA had hit the deck trying to get an offensive rebound. Bresky ran the floor well, and by the time Ferguson was trying to help Wild defensively in transition, and Bresky just beat him to the spot and sealed him off. Here's Schwartz on the rip through. Lomira's done a terrific job of being extra physical with Gannon Schwartz. Here is Sam Ferguson on the runner, and he's cleared out by Bresky, and Ferguson will go to the free throw line. Bresky on the closeout there just didn't give Ferguson a place to land, and so was an easy call there, and Bresky picks up number 2 on the night. Ferguson makes the first. Second one for Ferguson, no good, and Bresky ferocious after that rebound and the outlet pass to Charlie Cole. Here's Kell, curls around a screen, middle of the paint, floater up, no. Rebound down with Wild, bounces to Gannon Schwartz. Schwartz into the front court, straight to the hoop, and up with the floater, good. That is Gannon Schwartz's game. We talked about it there during halftime, and that time Lomira not able to get back into a defensive sequence quick enough in transition. So we're tied up here at 35 on the Quest Interiors scoreboard. Cole comes off a screen, thought about the three, instead goes over near side to Dooley, whose entry pass is swatted away by Caleb Wild. Stager, top of the key, thought about the three, now going to take the three, missed the three, and the rebound down with Spencer Lair. And Gannon Schwartz is in the front court without Hunter Dooley guarding him, as Dooley was worse for wear on that hit with Spencer Lair on the rebound. Looked like a football play. This time Hudson Henry has it swatted away, gets control, goes up with the right hand, can't get it to go, and the rebound down with Jake Bresky. Here's Keegan Kell. Deep three for Kell. Steps into it. Yes, sir, Keegan Kell. There is 3 different players tonight who have hit 4 3-pointers. Kell, Lamont, and Henry have all hit 4 threes tonight. Kell's got 12, as do the other 2 for WLA. Here's Spencer Lair at the high post, hands off to Gannon Schwartz. Schwartz guarded by Dooley. Skip pass to Henry, and Henry rips through. Now the switch is Blake Stager on Hudson Henry. Hunter Henry will be playing this weekend for the New England Patriots as their tight end on Sunday. He's getting paid a little bit more than anyone gets paid in high school, which is nothing, by the way. Blake Stager finishes through the contact and 1. And the foul is on Caleb Wild. That's number 3 on Wild. So we'll see how Coach Denoyer decides to navigate this as Isaac Lamont checks in for Sam Ferguson as opposed to Caleb Wild. 5-point lead for Lomira. That was a Big play by Stager. Just another in a long string of them for the junior, although he missed another free throw. He made his first 2 and has missed his last 3. Here's Spencer Lair. Down to the corner. Henry, 3-ball. Missed it. Nice closeout that time from Hunter Dooley. Here's Jackson Bloom off the bench. Nice roll to the hoop. Guess who? Blake Stager. Stager went out, screened for Bloom, rolled straight to the hoop, and Jackson Bloom with a nice find. 7-point lead for the Lions, but we've seen this story before. Here's Isaac Lamont. Jab step, goes baseline. No-look pass underneath to Wild. Wild finds Henry. Henry on the right side. Nice touch from Hudson Henry. And, yeah, he can make 2-pointers, too. He's got 14 points after his 4 triples. Now he's got a deuce at the bucket. Here's a deep 3 from Bresky. My goodness, Jake Bresky hits his first 3 of the night. And Bresky's up to 14 points of his own to match the 14 of Hudson Henry. 13:20 to go in this ball game. Nice find from Gannon Schwartz over to Caleb Wild, and Wild couldn't get it to go. Again, I just think there's some fatigue there for Caleb Wild. He's so much effort as Isaac Lamont hits his first 2 of the ball game with a nice free throw line jumper. He's got 14 now as well for WLA. Another 3 for Bresky, this time from the left wing. You betcha! Bresky wide open, and he's up to 17 points. But getting back to that point, I just think there's so much fatigue for Caleb Wild out there, having to try to guard Bresky on one end, and then, gets the ball underneath. I mean, sometimes that's the hardest bit of the whole situation, isn't it? Henry has it blocked by Bresky, and then Henry picks the pocket of Keegan Kell. Kell went down, and they're going to call it on Hudson Henry. We've seen more contact not called tonight. I'll say that much. But there was certainly contact to warrant a whistle. 9-point lead on the Quest Interiors scoreboard. Coach DeNoyer didn't like the call. If that was in the first half, based on the whistle we had seen, that would not have been a foul. So a lot more contact that was not, and we'll see. I don't know if that's what they call a makeup call, but that was a quick whistle on Cooper King on a moving screen. I thought at first they were pointing at Bresky, but that was Cooper King they were saying wasn't set. Into the front court with Gannon Schwartz. Working on Hunter Schaumburg. Has that one blocked, swatted away, by Bresky. Schaumburg to the far side with Bloom down to the corner. King back out to Jackson Bloom, middle of the paint. Good defense there by Spencer Lair. Here's Cooper King once again. He's doubled by Schwartz. King fires up a off-balance shot, comes up short, rebound down to Wild and the Vikings. Lamont into the front court. Hands off to Spencer Lair. He gets to the mid-range jumper. That one rattles around, no good. Here's Jackson Bloom running the floor. Nice find from Stager, and Jackson Bloom's got his first bucket of the night. And it's a double-digit lead for just the second time tonight for Lomira. Let's take a timeout. It's full on the floor. We're back after this on Radio Plus.
Just like a great team, National Exchange Bank and Trust knows that success is built on strong relationships and trust. Since 1933, the bank has been locally owned and focused on serving the needs of our community so that our friends and neighbors can live the life they want. Let National Exchange Bank and Trust be your financial teammate for life. Because when it comes to your financial goals, we're here to help you stay ahead of the game. Visit nebat.com to learn more.
Full timeout from WLA. Is shoulder pain keeping you up at night? For pain relief, Fond du Lac Families trust Aurora Healthcare and Dr. Lauren Potter. There are many causes of shoulder pain. As a shoulder specialist, Dr. Potter has the advanced training to take better care of your injury. Learn more at aurora.org/ortho. So WLA has yet to hit a 3 here in the second half. Told you at halftime that was a big key. Conversely, Lomira's hit 3 threes in the second half. A couple from Jake Bresky and one from Keegan Kell. And the Lions have built an 11-point lead. Gannon Schwartz has 5 points for WLA, and he's going to be face guarded here by Hunter Schaumburg if and when he gives up the basketball in the front court. Schwartz goes away from both screens, and then he's blocked by Jake Bresky. Bresky able to come on the help side defense and swat it away from Gannon Schwartz. Schwartz will trigger in the inbounds. Double screen for Isaac Lamont. Lamont in the corner. Trapped there. Lobs it to Evan Gensler. Back to Lamont. Lamont for three. Missed it short. And there was a lot of contact on that. And I think the right call there to give it to Lomira. Probably should have been a foul there on Gensler underneath. And trying to get a towel out there. Whether you're playing in a rec league or in the majors, sitting out due to injury is no fun. If pain has moved you to the sidelines, Aurora Sports Health can help you get back in the lineup. Start with a free injury evaluation from Aurora Sports Health. You can request one at aurora.org/sports. So WLA is going to use this stoppage to wipe up the floor to get into a full court press of sorts here. 11:20 to go in the ball game, and an 11-point Lomira lead. Here's Jackson Bloom, gives it to the big man, Jake Bresky. Bresky's got 17 points here tonight. He's the game's high scorer for the moment. Here's Blake Stager. Stager has his pocket picked by Ty Ferris, and here comes Gensler in transition. Between the legs dribble, gives it back to Ferris. Backdoor cut from Gannon Schwartz. Schwartz to the mid-range, and he nearly had that one blocked. Wide open three, Isaac Lamont. Can't leave him there. Too dangerous a man, and Isaac Lamont has his 5th three of the night. He's matched Bresky with 17. WLA back within 8, and a foul there on Hudson Henry. Again, probably can do without that whistle. Just my opinion. No contact there. No real contact there. And we got, really it's two officials that are officiating the perimeter one way and one the other, and that makes for a frustrating game for coaches, and I think both of these coaches have certainly felt that. We've seen it certainly in their emotions tonight on the bench. Henry down with the rebound on Bresky's first miss from 3 here in the second half. And Gannon Schwartz into the front court for the Vikings. Here's Henry, the sophomore. Hands off to Ty Ferris. Ferris gives it to Lamont. Henry back to Lamont. Isaac Lamont drives the paint. Tries to bounce it underneath to Gensler. Gensler wasn't ready for it. Here's Blake Stager in transition on the left side. Looks underneath. Nice seal, Bresky once again. And finishes at the rim. Too easy. That time Bresky just sealed off Gensler underneath. And he could have set that thing in. Well, he did. Just set it in there. Too easy for him. Here's Ty Ferris. Underneath, Gensler catches, and he's fouled. Count the basket and one for Evan Gensler. I think Bresky was a little bit shocked that Gensler came back to the center there to finish with his left hand as opposed to just laying it off the glass with his right. And Bresky picks up number 3. So just maybe an abundance of caution here for Coach Kohler to take Bresky off the floor. Gensler with the and one opportunity. He gets it to go. Nice job by Gensler. He's given him a couple of nice minutes. It's a tough ask to bring in Gensler, who is only 6'3", to deal with the 6'9" Jake Bresky. A couple of teammates much more physically well equipped to do that, but he's done a decent enough job off the bench. Here's Gannon Schwartz. Schwartz out in transition. Fires a pass to Ike Lamont. Lamont has it stripped away from behind. There's Hunter Dooley with the good hands. That would have got it back within 5. WLA will still retain possession, but that was a big play by Hunter Dooley, not giving up on the action. Schwartz to key it in underneath, and he's struggling to find anyone. Just going to lob it into Hudson Henry, who collects in the backcourt. 9.5 minutes to go here tonight. Henry with the in-out dribble, goes up with the floater, missed it, and he will head to the free throw line on a late whistle there, whistled against Mason Shelvin, who just came onto the floor for the first time. Thanks to Serauer Family Dental for being part of our high school sports coverage this season. Dr. Todd Serauer is proud to announce the addition of his son, Dr. Brady Serauer, to their new office on South Main Street. Come visit them and see how the Serauer family is making you smile generation after generation. Visit SerauerDental.com today. Henry goes 2 for 2 from the free throw line, so WLA chipping back away, and it is a 5-point deficit once again for the Vikings. Bounce pass to Keegan Kell. Kell looking down to Shelvin. Now going to drive the paint. It's tied up there from Gannon Schwartz. It's going to be WLA basketball. Good hands that time from Gannon Schwartz. And they're looking for a towel once again to clean up down there on the floor. WLA trailed by as many as 11 here in the second half, but have chipped their way back into it, just like they did in the first half, albeit this time not with as much help from the three ball. Ike Lamont has 1 3. That's all here in the second half for WLA. Here's Gannon Schwartz. Schwartz, middle of the paint, now tries right side, scoops it up and scores. What a play from Gannon Schwartz. He's hard to handle. And it's down to a 3-point game once again. Stager in the backcourt. WLA is going to double him, and a timeout. It's full for Coach Kohler. Let's take the full timeout with him. Lomira leads by 3 on Radio Plus.
The Rademan family has been quarrying and producing natural stone products for over 50 years. Is your driveway in need of repair? Here at Rademans, our crushed stone division provides our customer with stone needed for maintaining your gravel driveway. Our quarry stone division provides landscape stones such as stepping stones and retaining wall stone for your outdoor living areas. We also offer natural thin and full veneer stone for interior applications such as fireplaces or outdoor applications to combine with or replace your siding or brick. Rademan Stone and Landscape Company, where we have the materials to do the best work on earth.
Join a growing team offering outstanding benefits, including their own health clinic, paid training, and top wages. Take the next step in your career. Join Southern Wisconsin's premier manufacturer, Meadowcraft of Mayville, hiring all positions, skilled and unskilled. All shifts at their Mayville, West Bend, Beaver Dam, Fall River, and Horicon facilities. No experience required. Learn more and apply at MTLcraft.com. That's MTLcraft.com. Meadowcraft is an equal opportunity employer. Minorities, women, veterans, and persons with disabilities encouraged to apply.
High School Sports Today on RadioPlusInfo.com is presented by these 5 Fond du Lac area Edward Jones financial advisors. Matt Moses, Matt Helmer, Jeff Wills, Robert Bruce, and Patrick Ellisted. Edward Jones is making sense of investing. Lomira has a little trouble to get it in, but last touched by WLA. With 8:41 to go in tonight's contest. Here's Jackson Bloom on the near side. Working on Ty Ferris. Steps through, gets it to Stager. Stager, nice job to stay strong through some contact, and then a tough pass there made by Maddox Bodden. Here's Jackson Bloom once again. Spins, middle of the paint, hangs, hits! That's a tough take from Jackson Bloom. And they're going to stop the clock as the ball got loose after the make. Oh, my. Bloom hung and hit. What a tough play. And it was made by the junior. Here's Gannon Schwartz. Schwartz spins between the legs dribble, hounded by Bloom, who's got the athleticism to stay with Gannon Schwartz. Near side, Isaac Lamont bounces down to Gensler. Gensler back to Lamont. Lamont thought about the 3. Now Gensler rolls back to the hoop. He's got it. Kicks it out. Top of the key. Ferris, 3 on the way. Comes up short, and the rebound down with Stager. Good look for WLA. Wouldn't fall. Here is Stager. Far side. Bloom thought about the 3. He's going to go back to the middle of the paint. Bounces down to Shelvin. Shelvin through. Can't get it to go. And the rebound down with Lamont, and he throws it away. Goodness me. Lamont fired that one up ahead to Ferris like he was sprinting down the floor, and Ferris did not read the situation similarly. And Bresky comes back in, and WLA a little bit tardy to match that with Caleb Wild, so it's going to be Evan Gensler's responsibility down underneath with a massive size advantage, a 6-inch size advantage for Jake Bresky. 7.5 minutes to go. Here is Blake Stager. Far side with Keegan Kell. Bresky underneath, working with that 6-inch advantage. Near side to Maddox Bodden. Bodden spins into the paint. Jackson Bloom has had a nice night. Hands off to Blake Stager. Stager near side. Top of the key, Bresky. And good patience here from Coach Kohler's Lomira Lions. Back underneath to Bresky. Bresky catches too far away. Now here goes Stager to the hoop. Missed it. Rebound. Fought for. Taken in by Ty Ferris. Throws it off the leg of Jake Bresky. That was a great play by Ty Ferris. Heady play by him as well. 6:46 to go. Coach Kohler didn't like something down there. I think he thought that Gensler was getting away with a push on Bresky, which is why he was catching it about 12 feet away from the hoop. Nonetheless, Gensler did the job, and Caleb Wild replaced him now. Here's Gannon Schwartz. Schwartz into the front court. Wild flashes free, gives it back to Gannon Schwartz. Behind the back dribble, now to Ferris. Ferris curls through the paint. Oh, everything opens up for him. Yeah, that's a good call there on the clear out on Caleb Wild. It's his 4th foul of the contest. And I thought that was a good call. Coach DeNoyer didn't like it. That's kind of the new era basketball. And Sam Ferguson's going to have to come in and replace Caleb Wild. I would venture to say more than half of the officials probably would not call that anymore. You're just clearing up the lane. But, I mean, basketball purists would say that's probably a foul. And it got whistled there. That's a deflection from Hudson Henry, and Ferguson not able to collect it as he fell to the floor. And here's a 3 for Keegan Kell. Kell makes him pay, excuse me. Well, I said kill first. Yeah, that's what Kell's doing to the Vikings. That's his 5th 3 of the night. He's the only one that's matching WLA's prowess from deep. He's got 15. Here's Sam Ferguson underneath. Nice bounce pass that time from Ty Ferris. Skying for the rebound is Isaac Lamont, and Lamont has it tied up with Jake Bresky. And that'll go back over to Lomira on the held ball. Coach DeNoyer thought it was a foul the ref was calling. Instead, it was a tie-up. Tempers starting to flare here, certainly in both student sections, as you'd expect in a hotly contested conference contest. Here's Charlie Cole. Good closeout from Hudson Henry. Cole gets to the high post. Out to Stager. Stager kicks it out to Cole. Cole goes past Henry. Shovels it underneath. Bresky can't get it to go. And the rebound is kicked out to Stager, who loses control, driving down the paint. Again, and this was my point in the first half, we've seen some of those bumps right there. Stager, as he drove, had his arm grabbed. We've seen it called sometimes and not sometimes, and I think that's the frustration more than anything else from both of these coaches. Here's Gannon Schwartz. Schwartz, no nonsense there as he finishes at the rim, and Schwartz all the way up to 9 points now. And Ty Ferris hounding Blake Stager in the backcourt. Ferris can't believe he didn't have any help. Here's a pass to the near side with Jackson Bloom. He's working on Lamont, who blocks. No, he fouls Blake Stager, and Stager will head back to the free throw line yet again. It doesn't matter what these poor 3 guys call. It's half of the stadium is going to be thrilled, and the other half is not. Such is life. First free throw is no good for Blake Stager. He's missed his last 4. Second free throw upcoming here for Blake Stager. That one clanks off no good, and Bloom not able to pull down the rebound. So, as I mentioned, Stager now 2 for 7 from the free throw line. See if any of those missed free throws come back to bite the Lions. Under 5 minutes to play now. Here's Gannon Schwartz, who's found his footing here in the second half. Gets it to Gensler, down to the corner. Hudson Henry is open for 3. Missed it short. Rebound down with Isaac Lamont. He can't get it to go on the putback. Here comes Jackson Bloom behind the back dribble. Bloom underneath. There's Bresky once again working on Gensler. Gensler does a nice job. Bresky thought he was fouled. Something looked awkward there. Bresky might have had his elbow hit. He certainly thought so. Here's Gannon Schwartz now working on Keegan Kell. Rejects the screen from Evan Gensler. Now going to reset with a screen. No, going to go back to his right. And here's an open 3 for Isaac Lamont. Buried it! Isaac Lamont's hit 6 threes tonight. He's got 20 points. First player in this contest to hit the 20-point mark. Bresky's got 19. 3-point contest with 4 minutes to go. Here's Jake Bresky. Nice pass underneath. Hunter Dooley through the contact, and he's going to head to the free throw line. Hudson Henry fouls Hunter Dooley underneath. I believe that's 4 on Hudson Henry. Yeah, number 4 on the impact sophomore. And Hunter Dooley is going to head to the free throw line. He's looking for his first points of the night. Has really not been able to get into a rhythm because he had to head to the bench so early in that first half. Cooper King's going to come out in the stead of Blake Stager. Can't keep him on the bench too long with how he's played here tonight. Although Stager just 4 points in the second half, 14 on the night. Second free throw, no good. So the free throw woes continue for Lomira, who have made just 4 of their 10 attempted free throws tonight. Here's Gannon Schwartz. Count the bet. Oh, that was a count. That was an and one in the first half. And there's the difference of opinion on 2 officials. The 3 should really get together. If the first half was they're going to say underneath inbounds. So Gannon Schwartz does not get the opportunity for a 3-point play. That was number 3 on Hunter Dooley, by the way. And a steal. Ferris looking underneath for Gensler. Slapped away by Jake Bresky. The senior makes a big-time defensive play with 3.5 minutes to go. And the Lions with a 4-point lead. And then Jackson Bloom is fouled by Isaac Lamont. This final portion of the game brought to you by Fogel Family Dentistry. Dr. Dylan Fogel is the new owner of Doyle Kelly Dental on Fond du Lac Avenue in Fond du Lac. Visit him there. 3rd on Isaac Lamont, and he needs a breather. No, they're going to take out Ty Ferris instead. Looked like the way that Lamont was coming over to the bench that he was going to take a seat. But Spencer Lair returns for the Vikings. 58-54 on the Quest Interiors scoreboard. That one missed on the front end there from Jackson Bloom. So WLA stays in it thanks to the free throw mishaps of the Lomira Lions. Here's Hudson Henry, guarded by Blake Stager. Gets a screen from Gensler. Near side with Spencer Lair. Lair to Gensler. Screen for Isaac Lamont. Lamont being chased by Hunter Dooley. Back to Spencer Lair. The change here in the last couple of minutes is it's Jackson Bloom on Gannon Schwartz. And Schwartz can't get that one to go. Rebound down with Blake Stager. Stager guarding Henry. And then Dooley guarding Lamont. That's been the change here in the second half for the majority of the time. Jackson Bloom's done just enough on Gannon Schwartz. And a timeout here for Lomira. 2:39 to go. Full timeout. Let's take it with them here on Radio Plus.
It's the dawn of a new day for Dr. Kathy Doyle Kelly and Doyle Kelly Family Dentistry.
I'm Dr. Dylan Fogel, and I'm now the new owner of Doyle Kelly Family Dentistry. I'm truly honored to carry forward the tradition of personalized care you've come to know and trust. You'll still see Dr. Kathy and all the familiar faces who make this office feel like home. At Doyle Kelly Family Dentistry, we promise to do everything we can to keep you smiling before, after, and even during your appointment.
Doyle Kelly Family Dentistry will be changing its name to Fogel Family Dentistry in 2026. Find Dr. Dylan Fogel on Fond du Lac Avenue in Fond du Lac.
At Bernhardt Plumbing, true craftsmen are who we are. Providing customer satisfaction is what we do.
For new construction or remodeling projects, we cover the full spectrum of plumbing design, installation, and code compliance. Bernhard Plumbing does it right down to the smallest detail.
Our experience with Bernhard Plumbing has been absolutely fabulous. They are reliable, dependable, trustworthy, and professional.
Since 1954, a legacy of service, quality, and customer satisfaction.
Back here at Winnebago Lutheran Academy, the Vikings and the Lions, and Lomira leads it by 4 with 2 minutes and 40 seconds left in the ball game. And man, that was a big decision by the officials to wipe off the Gannon Schwartz about a minute ago. Wipe off that bucket. In the first half, they gave a continuation foul to Blake Stager that lasted much longer than the one we just saw from Gannon Schwartz. And again, it's just the difference in opinion of the two officials, but it's one thing that you would hope a crew would have down uniformly, and was not officiated as such here tonight. See if Lomira goes into a little bit more of a stall offense for the shot clockless Wisconsin basketball. I just made some fans there with some people. Here's Bresky underneath. Oh, he almost finished through the contact. But he'll head to the free throw line. I think they're going to get Ike Lamont. Yeah, that's number 4 on Lamont on the foul. And Bresky is 1 for 1 from the line. Outside of Bresky, it's 3 for 10 for Lomira from the charity stripe. Bresky's good. And he's now got 20. 5-point lead for the Lions. Chance for 6 here. We're at the line for the big man. He's got it. So Bresky now is the game high scorer with that 21 points. Those 21 points, excuse me. Here's Hudson Henry. He has not gotten going much in the second half. Credit Blake Stager for that. Henry, far side Spencer Lair. WLA taking quite a bit of time. Here's a foul, and that's on the floor as well. So the continuation has left the building here in the second half. And it'll be an underneath inbounds for WLA. Ferris returns for WLA. Lair takes a seat. Under 2 minutes to play. Here's Gensler, going to hand off to Gannon Schwartz. Schwartz hounded by Jackson Bloom. They're going to double with Bresky. Underneath is Evan Gensler. Can't get it. Schwartz able to retain possession. Timeout WLA. It's a full one for the Vikings. We're going to take 30 seconds of it. We'll come back right after that.
For nearly 50 years, Pinot Buildings has created the highest quality post-frame buildings. Headquartered in Rosendale, Wisconsin, we proudly serve the Badger State and Illinois. We deliver unparalleled craftsmanship and quality with all the warmth and care you'd expect from a small-town family business. Whether you're planning a large commercial or agricultural project, a barn-dominium, or a smaller personal shop or structure, Pinot Buildings are built for you and designed to last. Connect with us to get started.
Back here at Winnebago Lutheran Academy, 6-point lead for Lomira. They've just taken some of the air out of it here tonight in the last, a minute and a half or so. And so Gannon Schwartz saved the possession for him. What can WLA do with it on this side of the timeout? Coming up after the game, we'll have our Fox Valley Savings Bank post-game show, so don't go anywhere. Talk with the winning team. So Lomira tries to stay unbeaten in conference play and fend off a pesky WLA team that shot the cover off the ball in the first half. They made 11 threes tonight, but just 2 here in the second half. Schwartz into the front court working on Jackson Bloom. Double screen for Gannon Schwartz. Rolling to the hoop, is Evan Gensler. And Gensler finishes. Nice job by Gensler off the bench. Bloom trying to get the ball in. And a timeout for Lomira right before the 5-second count. 30 seconds. Let's keep it right here. $1:28 to go on the Quest Interior scoreboard. 4-point lead for Lomira, and Coach Kohler, number one, sensing Bloom's trouble getting it in, but also probably just wanting to draw something up here that he has a lot of confidence in to get the basketball into play. So WLA's come roaring back yet again. They've trailed by double digits once in the first half, once in the second half. And both times, well, they ended the first half down by just one. What's the story here in the final minute 28? Certainly do not want to foul Jake Bresky if you are the Vikings. Blake Stager is just 2 for 7. The WLA Vikings are looking to potentially foul if Lomira can't get the basketball in. Keegan Kell looks for the long shot. That one's tipped by Ty Ferris. Back to Kell. Has it poked away. Kell dribbling through the backcourt. Here's the long pass to Stager. That's the foul that WLA should have given. Bresky gives it up to Keegan Kell, who's a terrific shooter. Kell gets to the hoop. He goes all the way. And he finishes. Keegan Kell gets it to go for 2. WLA wasn't fouling yet. Interested if they would extend the game. They choose not to. Lomira makes him pay. Here's a 3 from Hudson Henry. Hudson Henry from the corner. His 5th 3 of the night. Gets it to go. It's a 3-point contest. Here's Jackson Bloom. Bloom hangs in the air. Almost has it pulled away. But Blake Stager is the right man to send to the free throw line from Evan Gensler's perspective. And Gensler nearly took it away. Oh, they're going to send Bresky to the – oh, Coach Kohler was trying to throw Bresky at the line. He was not the guy that was fouled. There's some dark arts going on here. Hey, I appreciate the effort there from Coach Kohler. Send 3 for 3 Jake Bresky to the free throw line, but he was not the guy that was fouled. Here's Stager. First free throw, rattles around. Good! Oh, Blake Stager touched every bit of the rim and then a couple of parts twice, and it drops in for the Lions. Back up to a 4-point lead. That was the last single bonus, too. What a big free throw for Blake Stager to hit. Misses the second. And here comes Gannon Schwartz and the Vikings. Schwartz gets downhill, kicks it out to Ferris. Ferris, backdoor cut from Hudson Henry. Here's Gannon Schwartz. WLA using some time here. Hands off to Ferris. Ferris out to Hudson Henry, steps back, blocked there by Blake Stager. Hits the free throw on one end, gets the big block on the other, and a travel. Oh my goodness. A lot of contact in the backcourt, and a travel is the call. Four-point lead for, this game's had everything, my goodness. 4-point lead for the Lions. Here is Ike Lamont. Guarded by Hunter Dooley. Gets it to Gannon Schwartz. Schwartz is fouled. He'll go to the line. Chance to cut this to a 2-point game while the clock is stopped. Foul is on Jackson Bloom for the push. By the way, this officiating crew has done a tremendous job tonight. This is as difficult basketball as there is to officiate. Schwartz good on the first. And if WLA comes up just a little bit short, well, it's been a heck of an effort, that's for sure. Schwartz at the line. Big free throw. He's got it. Schwartz is 3 for 4 from the charity stripe, and now going to sub in Spencer Lair for the defensive substitution. Take out Isaac Lamont. 2-point game. Jackson Bloom, Cole. Cole shovels it back to Bloom. Here's Bresky. They do not want to foul Jake Bresky. I'd take my chances with anyone else at the free throw line, and the chance is going to be to Jackson Bloom. The junior is going to walk up to the free throw line, and here comes Isaac Lamont and Blake Stager back onto the floor. Double bonus here for Jackson Bloom. Needs them both to make it a 2-possession game with just less than 15 seconds left. Bloom calmly makes the first. And now I think Coach Kohler is saying it does not matter. You know, you can go for the rebound to Jake Bresky. You cannot foul. I think that's the message underneath there. Bloom knocks it down. Ice in the veins of Jackson Bloom. And it's a 2-possession game. WLA's got to go quick. 13-12. Here's Isaac Lamont. Lamont drives to the hoop, tries the reverse layup, can't get it to go. Rebound down with Gensler, kicks it out. Henry's going to try a triple, missed it, a little bit deep. Here's the rebound, and there's the ball game. Couple of good looks for the Vikings, but the Lions are going to escape with the win here tonight. Bresky will go to the free throw line just to see what the margin will be. But Lomira is going to win it here on the road, and boy, oh boy, were they tested tonight. Bresky, pure. And good on the second as well. So that's going to do it. 67-61, the final from WLA, as Lomira escapes with a win here against the Vikings. We'll add up some final numbers, track down our players of the game as well as the coaches, and bring you our Fox Valley Savings Bank postgame show when we return. Stay with us.
We are Hooksha's Marketing Greenhouse, and we have been leading a greenhouse here in Fox Lake since 1981. Family owned and operated, we provide beautiful flower baskets and fruit and vegetables to residents of South Central Wisconsin. We know the importance of having a variety of flowers, fruits, and vegetables available to our customers throughout the year. Discover the finest selection of locally grown produce, including sweet corn, tomatoes, and cucumbers, along with a variety of fresh fruits. At Hooksha's Marketing Greenhouse, we believe in providing our customers with the freshest and highest quality produce. Come visit us and taste the difference.
Call PT Tire and Service in Brandon, the automotive experts. Beat the Wisconsin snowfall. Stay charged this winter. PT Tire and Service, full service, batteries and wipers available on site. Call 920-346-TIRE. Put Christmas lights on your tree this holiday season, not your dashboard. Call PT Tire and Service to get those lights in the right place. Over 20 years in business and ready to service your automotive needs. PT Tire and Service, Brandon, 920-346-TIRE.
We're back here at Winnebago Lutheran Academy, 67-61, the final on the Quest Interiors scoreboard. Looking for a loan with no hassle? They can help. Local bank, local lenders, your community, your local community bank, Fox Valley Savings Bank. They present our post-game show each night on Radio Plus Video Sports. Let's give you the final numbers here tonight of the 67-61 conference win for the Lomira Lions. 5 points for Evan Gensler. The scoring for WLA, by the way. 5 players scored tonight. 5 for Evan Gensler off the bench. 6 for Sam Ferguson. 11 for Gannon Schwartz. 19 for Hudson Henry. 20 for Ike Lamont. As a team, WLA hit 12 threes. WLA hit 13 threes tonight as a team. On the Lomira side of things, 2 points for Maddox Bodden, 3 for Cooper King. It was a big triple in the first half. 1 for Hunter Dooley. He was plagued with foul trouble much of the night. 6 for Jackson Bloom, 15 for Blake Steger, 17 for Keegan Kellen, the leading scorer. And the Marion University player of the game is Jake Bresky. He had 23. Marion University presents our player of the game. Log on to marionuniversity.edu to get started today. BCI Burke also presents our play of the game. Log on to burkecareers.com. That's BURKE careers.com for play that moves you. And I'll tell you what, I'm going to give it to Blake Steger because we can't go this postgame without mentioning the performance of Blake Steger here tonight. And Blake Steger comes down. Yes, he missed the second, but he made one of the free throws to make it a 6-point contest. Then on the other end of the floor, he comes and finds a way to get his hand on a 3-ball from the hot Hudson Henry. Henry had already hit 5 threes in the game. He closed out well, got his hand on the 3-ball, and that was an important juncture in the ball game. All right, that's the Burke play of the game, and Bresky is our player of the game, brought to you by Marian University. Let's take a timeout. We'll come back. We'll interview, hopefully, Jake Bresky, maybe Blake Stager. We'll see who we track down. Talk to Coach Kohler as well. Back after this on Radio Plus.
People have a reluctance to go see the dentist. It's an easy thing to put off or avoid altogether. But one visit to the caring professionals at Fondi Family Dental will change the way you think about the dentist. They provide quality family dental services to all ages in a happy, honest, and efficient manner that teaches and involves you on your custom plan. If you don't have insurance, ask about their new membership plan that can save you money. Call or schedule online today at FondiFamilyDental.com.
Marco, the name our area trusts for all things related to your tax return. For over 60 years, our community has trusted the Marco Tax Service at 43 East 3rd Street, Fond du Lac.
All-Phase HVAC sales and service is the go-to for heating, cooling, and geothermal needs. Whether it's sweltering summer days or chilly winter nights, they've got the perfect solution. Their team is dedicated to keeping homes comfortable year-round with top-notch installations and reliable repairs. Plus, they offer energy-efficient options that save money while keeping homes cozy. Trust All-Phase for all HVAC needs and enjoy a comfortable home no matter the season. Call All-Phase HVAC today.
Bob's Pizza now has its very own dine-in restaurant. Enjoy a family-friendly atmosphere with a cozy dining room, large game room, beautiful full bar, and even coffee next door from Just Love Coffee. With our expanded menu, your party will have no trouble satisfying the whole family. Delicious, legendary pizza for a legendary city. Bob's Pizza on the Avenue.
Today's game is brought to you by Edward Jones and these area Edward Jones financial advisors. Robert Bruce, located at 68 North Main Street. Patrick Ellistad, located at 560 Fond du Lac Avenue. Matt Moses, located at 201 South Mars Street. Jeff Wills, located at 649 Fond du Lac Avenue. And Matt Helmer, located at 649 Fond du Lac Avenue. Good luck to all athletes in today's game. Edward Jones, making sense of investing.
All right, back here at WLA on the Fox Valley Savings Bank postgame show here with Blake Stager. And Blake, obviously first half, they hit a bunch of threes. My goodness, 9 threes in the first half. You guys held them into 4 threes in the second half. Part of that was switching you on to some of the smaller players with the length, I would assume is kind of what Coach was. What was Coach's message to you about trying to limit that damage in the second half?
Coach's message was just got to stop the shooters. They weren't scoring many layups, but all their points were threes, so we just had to limit the threes, and then from that we can just stop them.
Offensively, got things going early here tonight. What was the key to getting going early, and then just kind of finding your rhythm early seems to be a key for you.
Honestly, everything works inside out. Just keep moving, throwing in the Jake, get out, rip and go, and honestly, just feels good to get going right away and then just keep rolling.
These are tough environments to play in, right? Every game in this conference is a dogfight. Doesn't matter if you're you guys felt it at Campbellsport, you guys felt it here tonight. You guys know that everyone's gunning for you. What's the mindset got to be from each and every player every single night?
We know we're going to get every team's best shot, so we just have to go try our hardest, work our butts off, and just keep pushing.
Appreciate a few minutes. Go enjoy this one, all right?
Thank you.
There you go. That is Blake Stager. Appreciate a couple of minutes from him. I don't know that I see Jake Bresky out of the locker room just yet, so let's step aside for a couple of minutes here. We'll come back down here on the floor. We'll track down Coach Kohler. We'll track down Jake Bresky right after this on Radio Plus. Stay with it.
Every customer can be a Signature Home customer. I think that's what Signature Homes does really well, is that we can touch
not only the customer who's building for the first time, but also the customers that know what they want and want to pull pieces of other property that they've lived in and loved. And you can really trust that we know what we're doing and that we have 30 years of experience in the market doing it with quality craftsmanship and a lot of style and design. And at the end, we get a chance to walk them through and see their smiling faces, and we know that we've achieved our goal.
We're on? All right, we're on. Thanks, Colby. Appreciate Colby's work up there. We're here with Marion University player of the game, Jake Bresky. Jake, what was the message from Coach after they hit all the threes in the first half? I mean, you guys came in, you said the game plan, Coach said the game plan, stop Gannon Schwartz. He had 38 last time. You guys walled up, did a great job on him. All of a sudden, these guys start pouring in threes. What adjustments did you guys have to make there at halftime?
To be honest, our adjustment was just treat them like Gannon, to be honest, because we know they always have two non-shooters in lineup all the time. It's usually me and Blake would just sit in the lane. So then we just kind of started face guarding them too. And then, those two guys, Lamont and Henry, they really started getting hot. So we just said we got to really stop them now too.
Second half, down the stretch, a couple of big plays, got you out in transition. What's your mindset running the floor? I mean, it'd be easy for you to just kind of, jog up the floor, wait for the offense to get set. You're busting your tail down the floor. A couple of easy seals, and you got some easy buckets off that transition, didn't you?
Yeah, I like transition. I mean, that's when I can get guys to catch them off guard because I know they're always ready for me in the half court. So I try to find bodies and just seal them off and get easy buckets.
How much fun is it playing with a guy like Blake who just never – you look out there, I don't think he ever stops moving. He's just unbelievable. Yeah. What's it like playing with a guy like that, especially in the interior where you guys kind of get to play off each other?
Yeah, it's awesome. I mean, I pass him the ball. He just blows by at someone. I get in trouble, pass up to him. He can pass up to me. It's great playing with him. He's a great defender, too. He did really well tonight.
Last one for you. Places like these are tough to play. There's no easy places to play in the conference. You guys have close games at Campbell Sport. I mean, you know what's coming down the stretch as well. Just what's the mindset? As one of the senior leaders, what's your message to the team these last 5 or so games in the conference?
I think we got to leave a legacy. I mean, we're trying to do something we haven't done in 20 years. We just got to keep coming to practice every day, treat every game like it's a conference championship because we're trying to run the table, and I think that's what we can do.
Appreciate a few minutes, Jake. Congrats on the win.
Thank you.
Take that. Thank you, Jake. All right. We'll see if Coach Kohler is out. Coach Kohler's out there. He's got his jacket on, and looks like he's gearing people towards the bus. So we'll let Coach Kohler take the evening off here. We got Blake Stager and Jake Bresky for you here on Radio Plus. AirTech presents our next game broadcast. No matter which type of heating system you have in your home, the knowledgeable technicians at AirTech Heating can perform a timely repair. If things go wrong, you can go to radioplusinfo.com for the complete schedule. You can also go to our YouTube page, hit the live tab, and you can see all the events that we have live and upcoming. Hit the subscribe button. You won't miss a thing here on Radio Plus Video Sports. But coming up this weekend, of note, the Badgerland Hockey Tournament. And between Jeff's live streams and Radio Plus, we'll have that covered for you wall-to-wall here on the network. So that's what's upcoming this weekend. Next week, we do it all over again. Dozens, and more dozens of sports coming up at you at radioplusinfo.com and on our YouTube channel. Jordan King saying so long. Thanks to all our sponsors up and down the line. Thanks to Colby and Amos up there doing all the hard work. Appreciate both coaches. Thanks to Brad Bendix, the athletic director here as well, for setting us up here at WLA. Jordan King saying so long. Lomira gets a big road win. They take care of WLA here tonight. 61, on the Quest Interiors scoreboard. Jordan King saying so long. Have a great weekend, everybody.
Let the daydreams of spring begin. Connect with the Auto Show Sale at Holiday and explore all that's new from Chevrolet, Buick, and GMC. Score money-saving offers, get more for your trade, and enjoy Team Holiday's warm and genuine guest care.
We earn the trust of drivers from all over Wisconsin by following through and going the extra mile. It's what we do.
Showtime is go time. Find yours and drive it home today from Holiday Automotive, Fond du Lac. It's worth the trip.
Ergo Bank, we know there's a deposit account to fit your unique needs. Whether you want to earn interest on your balance, or perhaps enjoy cashback rewards, or maybe grow your money over time, Ergo Bank makes it real easy. From savings and checking accounts to savings accounts and, of course, CDs. We can do it all while offering flexible options and convenient access for a banking experience that's built just for you. Ergo Bank, better banking by design. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Early withdrawal penalties may apply.
Brock Fleischer here with Homestead Realty. I know that buying and selling a home can be stressful. I'm here to help. Are you ready to sell? I have buyers waiting for a home just like yours. Are you looking to buy? I can sell any home that's on the market, and I'm here to get you pre-approved to purchase, along with finding the best loan and lender for your situation. I'll even go as far as arranging movers. For an easier real estate transaction, give me a call. Brock Fleischer, 920-960-0555.
Thanks to our Radio Plus video sports sponsors.
Edward Jones, Integrity Saw and Tool, Bauer Chiropractic, Bondi Family Dental,
Sargento Cheese, Lens Truck Center, Right Way Home Improvement, Taco Bell,
Addison Jones Real Estate, Holiday Automotive, Quest Interiors, Wisconsin Lighting Lab,
BCI Burke, Marion University, Fox Valley Savings Bank, Musa Sheet Metal,
Coal Oil and Propane, Dufresne Moving and Storage, Marco Tax Service, Winnebago Lutheran Academy,
Bob's Pizza, AirTech, Silica for your home, The Wellness Way,
Fond du Lac Credit Union, Roush Insurance, Scotty's Auto Works, St. Mary Springs Academy,
Bristol Morgan Bank, New Medical Center, Verhaeg's Furniture Mart, Hopper's Silk Screen and Embroidery,
Smith Builders, National Exchange Bank and Trust, Brad Taglia-Petra, American Family Insurance Agent, Everson Law Office,
Michaels Corporation, Aurora Healthcare, Vogel Family Dentistry, Anders Auto Parts, Schaefer Auto, Keller Buildings,
Sir Rower Family Dental.